We are live. What's going on, everybody? It is Tuesday night's main event. We had the same problem on Friday Night Tights, Ryan. It just died out. The applause just died out. So no one heard it. It was like the Alex Jones when Alex Jones started clapping, and we all was just like, it was such an awkward moment. But can you hear us?
It's a Zoom problem.
It's a Zoom problem.
Yeah.
But Salty will be here soon. I see you, Salty Army. I see you. Is the audio picking up okay? Can you hear us? We are here. We are live. And I see the Salty Army is in the chat, and they are hyped. So thank you to Steph for making that happen. Good job.
Yeah. Mad lads in the chat.
But yeah, so we got a good show tonight. It's gonna be really exciting. We're gonna be talking. We're gonna be yelling. We're gonna be screaming. And we got Ryan from Mark Outpost. What's up?
Yes, we are going to be talking and yelling and screaming. You'll get all three of those things at some point. So just tune in. It'll happen.
It'll happen.
Yeah, I'm getting ready for this hurricane, I guess, that's coming through. I'll be honest, a lot of people here in Florida freaking the fuck out over this. Personally, if it were named something more manly, like a Vladimir, I'd be worried about it. But no, it's Hurricane Ian. That sounds like a dude who fucking goes to Starbucks and gets a soy latte. Fucking Hurricane Ian. I'm not fucking worried about that shit. Florida, we're going to dominate this hurricane. Don't worry about that little bitch.
Ryan's going to be the first to get a tornado now. You don't talk like I'm telling you, Ryan, the weakest hurricane names are usually the toughest, okay? I'm just telling you. Dude, I know from experience, but I also know that 90% of the time people freak out and they overwork themselves so much with this stuff, and we'll see what happens. But obviously, right now. I think it's a Cat 3 or 4 right now. Is it a Cat 4?
It was Cat 3 last I looked. I think it'll be Cat 4 before it officially makes landfall. But that's in Tampa. Ugh.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens. So everybody stay safe. Obviously, I live in Florida. I've been living in Florida for a while. I can say that the worst part of these hurricanes are the tornadoes. That's 100% the worst part of it. I hate tornadoes. Can't stand them. But we've got Krista Nova in the house. What's up, Krista?
Hi, I'm happy to be here. Ryan is my biggest fan. I just want to say I loved your Batman review. The best.
Thanks. I thought it was pretty good.
Didn't see that one coming. Didn't see that one coming. Either. So
I didn't know Krista was like up on this level, so I didn't know she was gonna be the next to talk.
Yeah,
so I wasn't ready for that.
I was expecting it.
Wait, did you say? Yeah, because you said that I'm a big fan of you.
Yeah.
Right? You said Ryan's my biggest fan, and then you told me how much you liked my Batman review.
She was paying it back. She was showing that she notices the little people that are her fans. Like, you're a little guy.
I as well notice comics division.
So.
I know how to talk, okay? English isn't my first language.
That is true.
She's Canadian.
She's
Canadian. Yeah, Canadian is her first language. So.
Sorry.
Yeah,
sorry.
I surrender.
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
In the event that we get called racist, we do have black people here. At least a half black person, a light-skinned.
Yeah,
Epic Mike.
Don't go crazy. We're not gonna do a whole black person.
That'd be too much.
Yeah.
Jeremy, you know that we have the notifications on for like super chats and stuff?
Oh, yeah. I know that. Yeah. Are they blocking Mike? Are they blocking Mike?
They're coming up in between Kongman and Mike. So
okay. I actually did. I set them there. Yeah. Imagine that. So how you doing, Epic Mike?
Dude, I'm doing good, man. I'm glad to be here. It's
I'm happy.
Another quiet week. Nothing's going on in the world. It's just everybody's happy. Everybody's doing well, you know?
I'm happy.
I'm so happy. I live a good life. I'm happy.
Good life.
Oh man, the chat's making fun of me now. What are you?
You know how that one goes. We have Asian representation. X-Ray Boy in the house. What's up, Kongman?
What is up? It's actually trans X-Ray girl. Get that right?
Okay. Okay.
X-Ray them.
Yeah.
X-Ray they them. That's me. What's going on, y'all? Excited to be here talking about everything and anything going on in entertainment and in the news. And so thanks for having me.
Yep. And the lady that made it all happen, she's the reason Salty's going to be here tonight. My Nerdy Home. What's up?
Hello. I'm very excited about today. I'm very excited. Yes. Let's
So-
go. I've got my Salty Army shirt on.
Okay.
I'm so ready.
Heck yeah.
Okay. So when
For you guys that don't know, Steph does a lot of stuff for Salty, both behind the scenes with some merch stuff and also with some clips and videos that you're seeing up on Salty's locals page and all of that. So
Yep.
Part of Team Salty.
Yep.
Very happy.
So,
Happy to represent. Yes.
Yep. So until Salty gets here, and I think he'll be here in the next maybe 20, 30 minutes, Steph, something like that. So
He'll be here around 15 minutes.
okay. All right. Sounds good. All right. So we got a few things to talk about. Ryan was just telling us about the Stranger Things deal. I guess I don't know what's going on with that.
pull that up. Let me look.
So I guess this. So we have. Well, there's a lot of crazy stories coming out of Hollywood as usual. We all know how that goes. But right now, this latest Stranger Things story is apparently everybody's racist. Shockingly enough, that's never happened in Hollywood. We've never heard those claims that people are racist. It's never happened. This is the first time it's ever happened, and we're going to cover it here on Tuesday Night's Main Event. Which, what did Salty call the show? Did he call it Tuesday Night Titans? Is that what he called it?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
We
I
are
mean,
Titans.
a lot of people call it Tuesday Night Tights. That's what a lot of
Yeah.
people call this show. But that is funny right there. Yeah, I know the Zoom controls are visible. I don't know how to turn these things off. All I can do is I can zoom in a little bit is what I can do here. So here's what I'll do. I'll zoom in there. Okay, there. Now they're not visible anymore.
As long
Is
as
that
I'm
better?
still here.
Is that good? That's good. That'll probably work out better right there. So no more visible controls. We'll see what happens when we get more people here. Jay is not here because he's way too important. He's way too important. And then Ripa will be here a little bit later. It is Lady Ripa's birthday, though. So, we want to wish a happy birthday to Lady Ripa. And so they will be here, or Ripa will be here later on. I don't know exactly what time, but Ryan, all you.
What am I sharing right now? Can you see it?
Stranger Things star labels
Okay.
show fans as racist, complains
Perfect.
about lack of followers.
Along
Good.
with all of your tabs. Look at all those tabs.
Well, it's on-
Oh my
it's only-
god.
I got a lot of tabs. But anyway, we shouldn't be surprised at this point that when people feel slighted in any way, shape, and form, whether it's entertainment, video games, anime, sports, whatever, inevitably they'll find a way to play the race card. And apparently that's what this Stranger Things actor's doing. Stranger Things star label shows fans is racist, complains about his lack of followers, as we see some Tennessee fans right here. Stranger Things has been one of the most popular shows of the last 6 years. Since season one hit Netflix, a group of kid actors turned young adults have been beloved by the entire world, but Caleb McLaughlin doesn't exactly see it that way. He plays Lucas Sinclair in the series. He believes fans of the show are racist. Now, there is a video of this. I'm going to play a little bit of it. It's really tough to hear. It's taken from a fan. The audio's not great, but I'll at least play a little bit of it so you get the idea.
Obviously, when the show first came out, it was definitely took a toll on me as a younger Caleb. My very first Comic-Con, some people didn't stand on my line because I was black. Some people told me like.
So I don't know how well you guys hear it. Probably not very
Bare,
well.
Yeah, you can barely hear it.
I heard it. Some people
Yeah.
didn't stand in his line because he was black.
Mhm.
Yeah, but we do have the quotes. My very first Comic-Con, some people didn't stand in my line because I was black. Some people told me like, oh, I didn't want to be in line because you were mean to 11, McLaughlin told the crowd. Even now, some people don't follow me or don't support me because I'm black. The now 20-year-old McLaughlin has 15 million Instagram followers. Co-stars boast more. McLaughlin and his parents have noticed this and are convinced the only reason is because he's, quote, the black child.
Oh my
Why do I
God.
have the least amount of followers? I'm on the same show as everyone else from season one. His parents told him the sad truth is that he's less popular because he's the black child in the show.
Oh my
How
God.
absolutely sad and pathetic that
It-
one, you wouldn't just acknowledge it. Maybe you're not the most important person in this show. Maybe you're one of the least important people of these main casts. Maybe that's why people don't stand in your line. Not everybody can be the superstar. But then for his parents to say, you know what, you're right. The reason they don't like you, you're disadvantaged because you're black.
Jeez, man, that is insane. I mean, I don't know. And I haven't followed the story that much. And I was thinking about this the other day. Have you heard about this new guy on Twitch? This black guy that's the most subscribed channel now, paid for subscribers on Twitch.
XQC.
No. It's a black dude. He just came out of nowhere. He's got
he passed XQC.
He's got like 80,000 paid subscribers. Now Twitch won't acknowledge him. And he's got like he's now the most paid subscriber on the platform. Twitch won't acknowledge him because they can't build a narrative about it. They can't build a narrative. Whenever they cannot build a narrative around your race or your gender, they don't care to acknowledge you. That's why they're going to jump on this story and they're going to blow it out of proportion. This is disgusting. It's insane. I can't remember what the guy's name is, the Twitch streamer. It's not iShowSpeed.
Kai Cenat.
Yes, that's him. Yes. And Twitch won't even acknowledge him. They wouldn't put him on the front page or anything. I'd never heard of him until Scarce covered it in a video. I watched Scarce video, and that's how I found out about it. And then this guy called Twitch out saying, why don't you promote me or anything like that? They don't promote you because they can't build a narrative about it. That's ultimately what it comes down to. That's why they don't talk about Ripa. Why would they? They can't sit there and tell you about a self-made black man who just, broke every crowdfunding record, even though it's not a crowdfund, but essentially that's what it's going to be, compared against. If they can't build a narrative, and that's the thing everybody has to realize, if you are not a straight white dude, the only thing that is beneficial to the media and Hollywood and the mainstream weirdos is if they can build a narrative around your race, your gender, or your sexual identity. If they can't build a narrative around it, they don't fucking care about you. That's just the reality of the situation. Bottom line, that's it. And that's why stuff like this is happening. But let's I'm black from the waist down. But outside of that, let's hear from Mike, the black person on the panel. So, Mike, what do you think about this story?
I mean, dude, the thing is, the most beneficial thing for any minority to do is play the victim. And, Twitch already doesn't really promote people, and they, let you have sex on stream and then ban you for 7 days, and then will permanently ban you if you don't use the right words. So, I don't know, the fact that, they're like, oh yeah, we love diversity. We love it so much. We're like Josiah. We love diversity. It's the most amazing thing in the world to us, and then don't celebrate or talk about this as, I think it does expose a lot of their, hypocrisy with all of this. And then you also look at something like the kid from Stranger Things. And
Your favorite show, by the way.
Yeah. I'm like, dude. He's like, oh man, they didn't come and stand on my line because I was mean to 11 and because I'm black. And then his parents were like, yeah, absolutely. That's why people don't like you. I'm like, what are you teaching your kid? What, how insufferable is that fucking guy going to be when he's an adult and trying to work in Hollywood? I don't get roles because I'm black. It's not because I'm not that good of an actor. It's not because my character isn't that important. Dude, it's just ridiculous. It's stupid. And it just teaches people to constantly play the victim and constantly only think about the world in terms of your skin color. And it's fucking pathetic. So
yes. Well, it goes back to the story. You remember, Ryan, I know you remember this story. So there was a lot of criticism about Henry Cavill's Superman when he didn't smile, because he didn't smile. He wasn't happy and cheerful like what a lot of people felt Superman should be. You remember those stories going around like Superman should smile more?
He was too sad. He was too sad.
Right. And there was a lot of criticism about that. Now, when that is done, when a female character, when people say she should smile more, they build a sexist narrative. Like, racist fans or sexist fans are hating on this female character because all women should be happy and smile. Like the Brie Larson's character, your favorite person, by the way. Again, shout out to you for getting a like from her. But that's neither here nor there.
I would say that I'm her favorite person. I think that's the way I would phrase it.
Is it still there?
Yeah, is it still there? I bet she's unlike that. I think Bree has finally listened, and this will be the first time I've actually agreed with the Bree bots. She should absolutely unlike that tweet because it's toxicity. She should not be liking your tweet. It really puts a signal boost out there to the right wing fascist out there. So has she? You're checking right now. I know you're checking.
Yeah. His face.
Yeah. I'm not. I'm confident.
So
I'll
yes,
tell you what, if she doesn't like it, I'm gonna make another video. So
100K on that one. Good job. Good job. That's one of the most clickbait videos he's made, and I loved it. I loved every single second of it. But yeah,
I put the nice spree picture in the thumbnail too.
first
The
time.
one
First
where she's
time.
showing her boobs.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah.
that's the best. That's the best Brie picture. Cogman, what do you think about this? Stranger Things fans are racist.
For one, I do think there is one person out there who is really racist and hates him for the color of his skin. His name's Ryan Kinnell from RK Outpost.
That's why I haven't watched Stranger Things yet, to be honest with you.
I don't know. It's just the same tired like. It's like one thing goes wrong. One thing. Sometimes one person gets butthurt by one little thing, and then they automatically assume it's because of this thing or that thing, and they have such low awareness to understand actually what's going on. I mean, right now, in terms of your skin color, it's the worst time to be a white male, a white person in general, because you're accused of all these heinous crimes that you didn't commit. And then it also sucks to be an Asian sometimes because we get, not admitted to Ivy Leagues because they hate us because we do too well on the SATs and in school.
Yeah.
But
You're white adjacent.
we're white adjacent, so it's not very fun. But it's like every single cultural institution, they pander and they bend over backwards for minorities, anyone who is a BIPOC or a person of color or whatever they call it, right? And I just wish people would stop blaming other people for things that they are clearly they themselves are able to overcome. For example, he has 15 million followers on Instagram, which is an insane amount of followers. Like, he'll never have to work a day for the rest of his life. He can just do one ad with one sponsorship, one company, and he could be like set for the rest of his life because of all the engagement he gets. But maybe you weren't the most important character on the cast. Okay, then go get a role where you're the main lead and prove yourself. But this idea that it's always the system, it's always these other people, and other people are always to blame for my problem. We're cultivating a very soft generation who doesn't know how to take responsibility for their actions, and it's so insane. It's so insane to me that this idea that you take responsibility for your own actions, and even in the crappiest of circumstances, that you have to do something, and you can't just always rely on other people to do the work for you. I don't know how that became a far right talking point, but it's so insane we live in that kind of era today. And I just think that, this is just emblematic of how much this generation, especially those who preach at us, lack gratitude. I mean, anyone would fall over, any regular person, average American probably would fall over backwards just to get 15 million followers on Instagram. But this guy, he's like, you know what, but I have 15 million, but I don't have as much as any of the other cast members, Millie Bobby Brown or whatever. And then so he starts to complain. I just think it's just so tiring, and it's always every single thing in this country, every single small thing can be blamed on racism, on homophobia, on transphobia, on sexism. And it's just like, it's not like this country, everyone automatically somehow just suddenly became all these bigoted, hateful groups. It's just that maybe, just maybe, you're just playing the victim card so much because you're addicted to being angry all the time.
Very good points by BTS. I'm sorry, from X-Ray Boy. So yes, we do listen. Tuesday night's main event, which honestly, Krista, put a poll in the chat. Do they want me to change it to Tuesday Night Titans just for salty? I can do that.
Funny.
But yeah, go ahead, ask them. Tuesday's main event or Tuesday Night Titans? Let's see what the chat has to say. But yes, but we are. I mean, we've gotten to the point where we get members of BTS on here. X-Ray girl with short hair. I mean, whatever you wanna say. But yeah, ultimately, we're raising a generation of victims. Essentially, that's all it is. They're just it's constant victims. If you can't, like, everybody in this chat, in this stream, we've all faced some type of adversity in our life at some point in time. And what do? You just deal with it. You fucking overcome it. That's part of life. And we live in a time where everybody just wants to blame everyone else for their failures. Failure is part of life. It just is. Failure is part of life. Just a reality of the situation. Speaking of failures, She-Hulk is going on. And Ryan has triggered a lot of people with She-Hulk. Ryan, tell us about your She-Hulk adventures.
Yeah. There's no doubt that She-Hulk is one of the worst shows on television right now. It would be the worst.
Hang on,
but we have
Krista.
Rings of Power.
Tuesday night
Night
Titans.
Titans. I was just telling you.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
do I end it?
Yes, end it and redo it. Tuesday
Bye.
night Titans. All right, go ahead, Ryan.
Such a good intro to that.
She was on a roll.
Would have been that clip.
Your biggest
let's
fan.
try it again.
Your biggest fan messed it up. So.
Well, I'm her biggest fan, according to her. So she's sticking out her tongue.
All right,
taking
get in.
screenshots
Go ahead.
now.
Go ahead. Video mode. Let's go. Video mode activated.
Video
go.
mode.
There's no doubt that She-Hulk is one of the worst things on TV right now. It would be the worst if it weren't for Rings of Power. That absolutely takes the cake. But episode 6 of She-Hulk, essentially nothing happened. And they proved once again that they care far more about shit-talking their audience than they do about actually entertaining people.
Well,
For the second time.
Forget it, Ryan.
The second time in this
Forget it.
series.
We have
Look at
something
who we
more
got.
important.
Hell yeah.
He
Wait
was
for the
trying so
audio.
hard.
He's-
he was on
He
a
was.
roll.
He was. There's
He's
no
going all
better
in.
way than for Salty to ruin video mode Ryan Kennel.
And he left.
And he's got to get his audio set up. Because Zoom sucks.
Video mode Kennel destroyed by Salty Army.
I got
All right.
cucked by Salty Cracker.
And that's perfectly fine.
That's totally okay. Look at the chat.
That's
Chat
the next,
going
that's
crazy.
Ryan's next video.
Can you hear us?
I'm under attack.
Can you hear
Can
us,
you hear us,
Salty? We don't have you yet.
He's smiling.
Which
There we go.
There we go.
which camera is this?
There we go.
We got you, brother. We got you. We got to move you to the middle. You're better
What's
than
going
extra.
on,
There
lads?
we go.
Is this coming in?
Yes,
Yeah, we
yes.
got you.
We got you, brother. Can you hear us? Mic check, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, you might.
The
The thing with Zoom is sometimes
Bigots
you have
making
to-
fun of me. I've been listening to you.
We kind of are, just a little bit. But the thing with Zoom is that sometimes it comes in and it makes you select all the
There
different.
we go. Very nice.
There you go. Can you hear us now?
He cannot.
so.
Krista, Titans is
Here's the
T-I-T.
T-I-T.
I spelled it
Yeah.
wrong.
Yeah.
I love it.
Here, I got
Put
you.
it up
No
There you
on
go.
the
It's
Trust me,
perfect.
Krista. You can trust me.
Jumping over
There's
other
nothing you can
people's
do to be
trains
worse
and
than
dropping these
X-Ray
all over
Girl.
it.
There's nothing you can do to be worse than X-Ray Girl. She's terrible on the
Mm.
Friday Night Tights one. So, anyway,
I'm sorry. English isn't my first language. So.
The
So-
second time you've used that excuse.
All right, I had a woman moment. Okay, sorry.
All right, so Salty is here. He's trying to get his audio figured out. What he's showing you is that if you are a boomer, you too can be a YouTube superstar, just like Gary, just like Salty Cracker. That's what he is here to prove. And just to show his brilliance, he told me he was going to do this ahead of time. There, I'm giving him his pass now. He told me he was going to actually do this, even though he didn't say that. I'm trying to give him his pass. So
I mean,
Ryan,
he just wanted everybody to take the time and look at, Abraham Lincoln and George Washington behind him. That is an accurate depiction. Those are as accurate depictions of our leaders as the Woman King is of the Dahomey tribe. A boxing Abraham Lincoln is basically the same as a Dahomey protagonist who's not actually a slave trader or regrets being a slave trader.
but no. So go back to your She-Hulk rant really quick until Salty can figure it out.
Yeah,
Just
so
give us the bullet points.
Yeah, instead of actually trying to entertain people, what they've done for the second time now is they've taken time out of a 20-minute episode to shit on fans, to shit on us. That's really what they're doing. Their core audience. Their core audience that doesn't necessarily like what they're doing, that's pushing back against the identity politics. And they have, essentially, it's like 4chan or Reddit that, oh, look at all these incels that are on there. And it starts with them memeing She-Hulk, like just memes on there. They're like, okay, whatever, corporate memes, the left can't meme, typical thing. To all of a sudden, those same people that are memeing on She-Hulk actually want her dead. And there's like death threats on there again. So they want to figure out how to take her out because that's how they view the audience. And there was a fan account out there, a She-Hulk account, that somehow got the She-Hulk account, probably because no one gave a fuck about that character enough to actually grab it in the beginning. But there's a fan-run account that tweeted out some art, sorry incels, this show's not made for you. And there were some people who actually thought it was real. I clearly didn't think I was real. Jeremy didn't think it was real. We stated it on Friday Night Tights and in videos. But that doesn't stop retarded people from being retarded. And that's exactly what they were. They tried to call me out for my video. I fucking slaughtered these folks. But the point is, the reason that these fans feel that empowered is because that's what the show's saying. The show doesn't care about the male audience. If you're not a woman in her late 30s that doesn't have a man, that's sitting there trying to figure out a way to feed your cat, you're not their audience. That
is right. At this point. Yep. All right, Salty, you got us?
Gotcha.
Oh, he's here. All right.
Look at this.
Yeah.
How the hell are you?
Thank you everybody for letting me come over here and fuck your shit up already. Nice. Right.
Hey, I told him, I gave you the pass, man. I said Salty told me he was going to do this ahead of time just to fuck with us. So I gave you a pass to make you not look like a big boomer. So it's all good.
Got that Sargon of Akkad audio over here.
Man, welcome to Geeks and Gamers, man. It's a pleasure to have you. I take great pride in telling people that I helped inspire you to completely triple my subs in like a year. So congratulations for surpassing everything I've ever done in my life by 3 times. So anyway, seriously, it's amazing though what you've done, man. So welcome to the channel. It's awesome to have you here.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here on Tuesday Night Tights. So.
I've already
we got a crap ton of crossover because when I said that the other night, the whole chat was like, "You stupid idiot! That's the wrong show." I was like, "I don't know. They do. Look how many shows these people are doing over there. Who the hell can keep up?"
I had people say you said Tuesday Night Titans. I had people say you had said Tuesday Night Tights. I was like, I don't know what he said because I couldn't find it because no one would give me the clip. So either way, you've created a discussion now where there's an argument as to what we're going to call it. I did consider Tuesday Night Tights at one point in time. I was like, I don't know. We need to earn it first, but we're getting there. We're getting there. But yeah, man. So how the hell are you? Are you just sick and tired of just breaking Rumble records every time you go live over there, man? Like 30, 40, 50,000 people. What the hell, man? You're crushing it over there. It's amazing.
Yeah, I have no idea. I just I just appreciate all of it. So I try. I have long since stopped looking at the number count. Like I used to get really pedantic with the numbers and sitting here like always like, oh, this video didn't do as well as this video, so I'm gonna stop posting on Wednesdays and stupid shit like that. And so like every now, like the Soul Queen is she's one of those type A nerds, and so she's got like a spreadsheet and she knows how many people are watching on different platforms at different hours on different days. It's all lined up to her menstrual cycle and shit. And I'm sitting there going, don't show that to me. Don't show that to me. And so if we're breaking records over there, that's awesome. That's just because the crowd of savages over there's just super duper pissed off with everything that's going on. And so it's awesome to be able to take my frustration out, and people seem to be in line with it.
Hell
we got
yeah,
a shit
man.
ton of crossover, by the way, which is
know.
awesome because I love you guys' stuff. So it's just like, oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. Go ahead,
Which means
Ryan.
I gotta tweet that out, by the way. Hold on a second.
It's kind of like silver linings, right? Because the reason we have such engaged audiences right now is because both in entertainment and politically, things are so fucked up. Like people have a lot to be angry about right now, which is one of the reasons we're seeing success here on YouTube and Rumble. And obviously you're fucking killing it too. But it's kind of sad that that's where we're at. We're not sitting here talking about the good things that are happening. When they do, we talk about it. But for the most part, the entertainment landscape is just a hellhole.
Yeah.
I went through a whole mourning period with this because, you know, I don't want bad Marvel movies. I don't want bad Star Wars movies. I want good movies. I was raised in the 80s and 90s. We were always at the movie theaters / arcades, and I don't want to see bad shit. But these idiots keep going in this direction, and they keep quadrupling down. And the last couple of years, I've just kind of given up, and I don't expect anything good to come from any of these outlets, but it's bolstered my happiness level, I guess, is buoyed because guys like you are making content that I want to watch. Like, I don't want to watch She-Hulk, and I wish She-Hulk was a good show, but I want to watch you guys tear it down. and listen, that might not be a good place to be. It might not be good for my soul in the long run, but watching you guys explain to me what's going on a show that I'm not going to watch, I'm still getting that content. Like I'm still getting my Marvel content. It's just I'm getting it from people who aren't at Marvel. So I'd much rather send you guys views and support than these asshats over at Marvel Studios.
Well, yeah, and
if you
it's,
want to maintain your sanity, don't watch She-Hulk.
Ooh,
That
bro,
show will drive you insane.
it's so bad, and they take it to another level, as obviously you know, Salty, and everybody here on the panel knows, but they take it to another level where it's not just a bad show. It's a bad show that's actively telling you that they hate your guts. That's the whole problem here, is that there's a difference in a bad show, and I talked about this with The Last Jedi when I first started criticizing that, was I can accept a bad movie. I can accept a bad, if you try to make a movie and it ends up not being a good movie, okay, whatever. It wasn't good. I didn't like it. It was the fact that they blamed the fans for their problem. And then they started labeling everybody racist and sexist, and we all knew how that went. And that's where my big problem happened. It wasn't that I didn't like the movie. It was that I didn't like the movie, but you also told me I was the problem. That was where it kind of crossed over to the line, and it wasn't the first time we had seen it, but it was the first time we'd seen it on that level, and it just has continued. Every single time you have a bad show or a bad movie, the fans are racist, they're sexist, they hate men, they hate, literally they hate anyone that doesn't line up with them, but they love to target men and white men specifically, and the fact that they've weaponized being a Trump supporter so much, I take so much pride in telling people point blank, like, yes, I am a proud Donald Trump supporter, and no amount of you screaming about it will stop that. In fact, it only makes me love him even more, and that makes them even madder and madder. And rarely you see people doing that, and we need more people to say, no, fuck you, I do love Trump, and there's nothing you can do about it. And that kind of started me on that path early on, because, again, when I first voted for Trump in 2016, I didn't tell any fucking body, because I was like, oh, number one, it's really nobody's business. Back when I grew up anyway, it was like who you vote for, who you fuck, whatever. You just keep all that shit private and go on about your business unless someone wants to have an internal conversation about it, whatever. They've made it to where if they find out, like I found out the person that ran that company might have voted for Trump, and you're like, okay. And so I was seeing that going on, and I was just like, well, yeah. So if you're eventually, if I'm gonna find out if I voted for Trump, so I might as well just be proud of it and come out and say it right now and weaponize it back at you. But it's a crazy world we're living in. Clown world to a level that it's hard to believe where we're at this point in time. It really is. Now, what do you think the next step of the political landscape and the entertainment world is, Salty? Do you feel like we're winning? Do you see opportunity there, like with Ripa and what he's done and a lot of these independent creators, and we've got people out there making movies? What do you think is the next step? Because I think the next 2 years are going to be hell on earth with 2024 coming up with Trump and DeSantis and everything going on. I think it's going to get crazier for the next 2 years.
Yeah, I think that the temperature and the people who are within Hollywood, they're not going to be changing. And so the attitude from them it hasn't peaked, and it's still ascending. So they're going to continue saying real stupid shit. And what I'm wondering is how much money is Hollywood getting not from ticket buyers? And is that money, has that been turned off? Is it diminishing? What's going on with that? Because a lot of what they interested in making money. None of these people, none of these studios over there, these movies ain't making any money. I was shocked. Still got a little bit of a Marvel boner going on that they're going to put Wolverine in a Deadpool 3. And I was sitting there going, well, which Wolverine is it? Are you gonna go with the kid Wolverine? Are you gonna race swap? Is it gonna be a gay Wolverine with rainbow claws? What are we doing over here? Like, there ain't no way you're just gonna.
It can't just be that you're giving us Ryan Reynolds Deadpool, Hugh Jackman Wolverine, and you're gonna do it well. That can't be what you're gonna do.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, they have such a deep portfolio of characters that they could be. Listen, I'm all for expanding the fan base. If you should be able to make a lawyer She-Hulk that is good. Like you should totally do that. I want I want my nephews and stuff like this. I want way more people involved in this this medium that I grew up with because it was fantastic. It opened up a lot of opportunities. Half of the artistic appeal of what I'm doing is because I grew up watching movies, or I grew up reading comic books. I grew up doing this stuff, and you take this and you implement aspects of this into your life and try to make yourself successful off of this. And I want that for friends, families, and all this type of stuff. But these they're not interested in making money. They're interested in pissing people off. They're interested in baiting people who've got a past history with this as a way of generating interest, but it's not a valid interest because the people who get the most upset about this are on Twitter, and they don't give a fuck about any of this. They don't.
No, they don't.
The people on Twitter think that they're upsetting Trump supporters or anybody who's not a flaming commie. So that's how they get motivated, going, oh, you're upset about Captain Marvel, you're upset about this, but they ain't gonna go see Captain Marvel. They're not going to go buy the toys. They're not going to go spark an interest in Captain Marvel video games. So there is no long-term financial plan for how these people are generating interest in these topics with these deep fandoms. So how long does that last? Who's paying for this? Like how are they being funded? Like, Disney can't be constantly. You just torched a $4+ billion franchise with Star Wars that should just be printing you money. Like, it should just be and you torched it for what? To piss some people off so Washington Post can call a bunch of old white dudes who grew up on Star Wars racist, even though you can't find a specific example of racism. We just don't like your shitty writing. Like,
yes.
It's absolutely stupid and asinine. So they're going to keep going in this direction because they went full tilt, and they have already washed anybody out who's not a flaming communist out of Hollywood. So even if you are a conservative and you're in Hollywood right now, you're a smart enough conservative to be in the closet, and you ain't going to say shit. But what you will be doing is supporting people like Eric July or Ethan Van Sciver or Robert C. Meyer, or all these other people, or Breitbart, or what's the other one, Daily Wire, Gina Carano. You'll be supporting these people. And these people who are building this type of content, they can't dick around. They can't suck at what they're doing. You can hire a bunch of diversity hires for the Hulk, for She-Hulk, and they can continue to spit out stupid shit that nobody watches, doesn't generate any subscription revenue for whatever streaming service it's on. But Young Ripper can't do that. Ethan Van Sciver can't do that. So you're going to get quality stuff with those people. And these outlets are going to continue to actually show, and they're going to create a schism because it's going to be very, you already see this. So Rotten Tomatoes still won't let you fucking put a review down for Lord of the Rings.
Right.
You still can't do that. Yeah. You also can't, they also won't let certified reviewers put a review down on 2000 Mules or My Son Hunter. They won't let them do it, because they can't have people on that platform saying that these are good movies and that they're quality movies and they're well put together. And so how long are you going to be able to hide that for?
Yeah, and that's the thing. We can't just support something and like sing its praises because it's not woke. It has to be quality too. You know, it's good if we have people on the other side that are making content, but if it's not good content, then what are we really pushing it for? You know, if Daily Wire is not making movies that are actually good, then what are we pushing? And so, like you said, it does have to be quality stuff. We can't have stuff that's subpar. We can't have stuff that, you know, gets delivered way late or whatever it is. We have to be putting out a good product and supporting a good product. And when it comes to something like She-Hulk, like, make no mistake, these people are talking about us. Like, that's who they're addressing in these when they're shitting on their audience. Because Dana Schwartz, one of the writers for She-Hulk, has me blocked after I made videos criticizing her like 2 years ago. Like, they are very well aware of what we're talking about. They're very well aware of who we are, and they fucking hate us.
Yes, they do.
And as a result, they're spending time shitting on us while their program is receiving record low ratings for an MCU show. Isn't that surprising?
Yep. Yeah, and I mean, it's to your point about, you know, bringing up the success of Ripa or EVS with Cyberfrog or any of these independent creators. If any of those guys had the leftist narrative, be front page fucking news on every left-wing website celebrating it if they had leftist narratives. But they don't, so they just sweep it under the rug, because what they don't want people to know, they don't want to know people are out there succeeding independently. They don't want people to know that. It drives them crazy. The fact that Rippa's been able to do what he did, and again, it kind of just shows us once again, because we all questioned it when Cyberfrog, hit $1 million, but the media never talked about it. And like, okay, well, it's EVS, and we know the comic industry hates him, so obviously you're not going to talk about him. Rippa hits another fucking level, and he's a black dude. Guess what? Crickets. No, don't even fucking mention it right now. But if Rippa, had like 6 boyfriends and transitioned 8 times, he'd be on the fucking front page of every fucking media outlet right now talking about what he accomplished. That's
He
the
also would have
fact.
only made $400.
That's the other thing. Yeah, he could have made next to nothing, and they would have promoted him and talked about him because people won't buy their shit. So.
Well, I think that's just goes to show that, like, a lot of these activists and the access media and the mainstream media and all these people, they hate white people for some odd reason, and there's a lot of reasons for that, but they hate minorities who don't fall in line because they don't see them as just like, they see them as traitors, right? So when they see them as traitors, that's worse than seeing them as the enemy, because you betrayed us. You didn't fall in line when you were supposed to, which is why they hate people like Rippa, which is why they try to tear him apart, which is why they ignore what he's doing. Another big example is Jadeon. I don't know if you guys know him. He's a huge YouTuber, and he's been banned on Twitch for some, like, a really dumb reason, because when he raided Pokimane, it was like some of his fans were a little hateful, and then he got permanently banned. But this guy is a guy who is willing to speak out against wokeness and talk about how we should be uniting. His whole motto is, it's bigger than black and white, that we should all come together and love each other. But that's obviously not helpful for these people when they're race baiting, when they're fan baiting, and when they're trying to push their narrative. And so I think that's something we can also learn from all of this.
Yeah, and I want to ask you about something in a minute, Kongman, but Rippa does want to be here tonight because of Salty for sure. So Rippa might be here before Salty bounces, but it is Lady Rippa's birthday, so that's why. So it's normally Rippa's here. So happy birthday to Lady Rippa, and look. Rippa would always be here for this. What he doesn't want to do is show up for Mario Kart, because he don't want to get his ass beat every Sunday by me and now Dan Vask. So, update your resume, Rippa. But Kongman, so like you worked on Gina Carano's film, Terror on the Prairie. And what have you dealt? Have you dealt with a lot of backlash because of the fact that you're an outspoken Christian? And what happened with the Stop Asian Hate? Suddenly they forget about that narrative when you're connected to Gina Carano, right?
Yeah. So, I mean, it's been tough because the past 2 years I spoke out against a lot of the nonsense, and a lot of people did call me things like, oh, you're a traitor to your race. You're a traitor to Koreans. How dare you speak out on these things? How dare you hold these views and things like that? Of course, we've been vindicated after the years. We know that white supremacy is not the thing that's fueling a lot of these Asian hate crimes and causing, these inner city criminals to smash a 70-year-old Asian grandma's head against the concrete, and we also know that Black Lives Matter Incorporated was a scam organization that raised millions of dollars. We still don't know where it went, except for buying a bunch of mansions for Patrice colors. So we've all been vindicated, and obviously they'll never apologize for it. But I'm just trying to tread on. I'm still trying to keep going forward because Stalty, I love your stuff and I love what you had to say, but I will push back a little bit in that there are still a lot of conservatives in Hollywood. And actually, I would say half, if not most, the majority of people in Hollywood, working in Hollywood, the VFX artists, the managers, the agencies, and a lot of the cinematographers, everyone working on these huge productions, because it takes thousands and thousands of people to put all these things together. I would say all of them are conservative, if not full-on flaming commies, and but they're just not willing to speak out on these things. And so I guess the problem really, and the question really comes down to whether or not, like you said, Salty, they're not interested in making money. And so there's a lot of money coming from foreign governments. There's a lot of money coming from banks. And, if you really delve into a lot of the ESG, Great Reset stuff, you realize these huge corporations and studios aren't interested in making money because they're not getting money from the fans. They're not getting money from us anymore. They're getting money from other sources that are intentionally making these studios push a narrative, push these agendas onto the American people to subvert the West and the foundations of the West. And so, there's a lot of things to consider. But I think at the end of the day, though, we can complain and we can talk about how crappy everything is coming out of American entertainment. But what I'm very encouraged about is people like Rippa, is people like the Daily Wire, is people like Gina paving the way for a new wave of entertainment because I think all people, you talk to any person on the street and you ask them, do you like Marvel Phase 4? Every single one, except for the really weird fringed blue-haired person is going to say it's utter booty. And I'd rather poop on it than watch it. So I think there is a lot of hope. We just got to keep pressing on.
Yep. Well, any comments on all that, Salty? I know we threw a lot at you. So any comments on that?
Who was that white supremacist who just said all of that? I'm glad that Ripper isn't here. Another white supremacist.
Well, Mike's only half black, okay? So he can only be half offended. So he's
I remember there was a list that came out like a year and a half ago of like the top white supremacists talking about comic books, and I was ranked lower than Eric July. And I took that personally.
I gotta say, Ryan, speaking of updating your resume, I think you've had a few Twitter videos that's updated your resume since then. I'm pretty sure you're pretty close to number one.
Like I said, I took that personally, so I set out to make sure I got top of the list.
Oh man, Salty, like I know you've talked about this a lot on. You've been on with Viva and Barnes. I loved watching you on with them, by the way. And by the way, Salty doesn't do this a lot, and I know he's like, we've been asking him to come on Friday, or not we, but like the fans of like Salty FNT, and it took Alex Jones to make it happen, which was fucking awesome, by the way, to have Salty and Alex Jones. No, I don't have a surprise appearance from Alex Jones set up tonight. But what I loved about Salty was that he noticed, like, I was nudging to get Salty's name in that conversation. I was trying to get Salty in there, and Alex bit, and he's like, "Where's Salty Cracker?" But like, how is this like in a quick kind of? Because I know you've talked about this in other shows you've been on or your own, but like. To play off of Congman's point about there's a lot of people maybe that's there that don't want to speak out, but the problem is people need to fucking speak out right now. You were one of the people that, you really weren't paying attention to all this, and then you finally started really zoning in. What would you say to people that might be out there that want to speak up but haven't or are scared to, from your own experience?
Sure. So we're living through an era right now where we got a real problem with weak people, and they ain't going to want to hear this. But if you're in Hollywood right now, and I totally get it, I listen, for sure. All of the really talented people, I'm sure, in Hollywood, the editors, the VFX people, the DPs, all of those people out there, you're definitely conservative because you're not good at your job unless you have that type of mindset. That being said, you better start setting stuff up on the side. So you better start doing some auxiliary stuff. You better do it anonymous. I listen, you cannot be an open conservative in Hollywood. You just can't. I mean, Chris Pratt got in trouble for wearing a Gadsden flag shirt 2 years ago. God, they'd kill him if he did it now. But you better create a Rumble channel. You better take whatever art or craft that you are capable of doing, your art, and you better start making yourself your own boss. Because these dipshit cross-dressers in Hollywood are going to take the entire industry and they're going to drive it off a fucking cliff. And if you're just in it for a paycheck and you ain't paying attention, you're going to get dragged off that cliff with these idiots. And the people who are out there right now, all of you guys on Geeks and Gamers, all of these people who are creating their own channels, all these people who are starting up their own brand, and they're paving and cutting a swath through this brand new internet age over here. We ain't got no tolerance for you fucking people. So 10 years from now, after they have done fucked up Hollywood so bad that the only thing left in the Hollywood Hills is AIDS and poop, we ain't gonna hire you fucking people. We know who you are. You've been very loud about who you are. You've been very proud about who you are, and that's awesome. Be loud and proud, but you ain't gonna fucking come work for us. We're going to ostracize the shit out of you because you took a money printing industry and you done fucked it up.
Yep, 100%. And that's exactly what it's all about, is that they never think about facing any consequences for their actions. They never think about it because they don't have to. But the reality of life is you ultimately will have to face consequences for your actions. And I'm glad you mentioned Rumble because, I mean, like, there's a lot going on right now with, did you see what Russell Brand with him getting the strike on YouTube?
No.
Yeah, I don't know, Ryan. Can you pull that up really quick? Because I bet Salty'd love to cover that on his channel.
Yeah,
so they struck Russell Brand. He made a video about it, Elon Musk responded to the video on Twitter.
Oh shit.
And then you got Dan Bongino and Chris from Rumble. And they're like, Elon, get on, and Elon's like, I'm a little busy right now, but like at least Elon's now aware of that. But this right here, this is some crazy shit right here. So did you share sound?
You have to share sound too?
Yes. I'm sorry. I should have told you that. Just reshare again.
Can you hear it?
Nope.
Can you hear it?
No,
Nope.
you have to share sound.
Steph's the boomer now. Salty's the one that's Salty knows what's going on.
I'm
Steph,
contagious.
Stop sharing, Jeremy.
Okay, I got you. You got it, Ryan.
Yeah, I got it.
Ryan said, let the man do it. Women
Yeah,
can't
never-
do it, so.
Never send a woman
Always.
to do a man's job. This is the reason that She-Hulk is dog shit. If everybody understands,
Hey,
it's all
hey.
fucking women that are making that show.
That's very fucking true.
Yeah.
I hate it.
This is what happens.
All right, here we
She
go.
went, hey. Oh, never mind. You're right.
Yeah.
We have been officially censored by YouTube. They took down one of our videos for misinformation. But why are big media organizations not censored for misinformation?
I just want to say real quick, I feel like it's an infomercial. Like you're about to sell me a Snapchat.
Hey, is it because YouTube are part of the mainstream media now? Earlier this month, we did a video about the changing narratives around COVID, the pandemic, and COVID treatments, in which we cited information on official government websites, which we misinterpreted. I'll have to be careful talking about it now, because I don't want to make the same mistake that's had one of our videos pulled down and an official warning issued. The good news is we're moving to Rumble. All of our content is up on Rumble first, and we'll be streaming on Rumble every day. We have been persecuted for misinformation, and it's right, we have a responsibility to make sure that the information we convey is absolutely 100% as accurate as it possibly could be. In the mistaken video, we said that the NIH were recommending the use of what we should have said is they're trialing. That's what we should have said.
You got someone in the background opening the gate right here.
You pointed that out to us. We made an apology video. We've taken that down as well. YouTube took down our original video. We've taken down the apology video because in case we reiterate the claim while apologizing for it. So both of those videos you can watch right now on Rumble. They're still live on Rumble. That's the reason we're joining them, because they're not going to censor our content. And this misinformation strike and takedown demonstrates exactly what it is we're talking about. We made an error, in my opinion, a relatively small error, and we're being penalized. For me, that looks like censorship. And the reason I think it looks like censorship is because there's mainstream media misinformation up all the time.
Now we know that the vaccines work well enough that the virus stops with every vaccinated person. A vaccinated person gets exposed to the virus does not infect them. The virus cannot then use that person to go anywhere else.
Now, I think most of us know now that that's not true, but that video is up on YouTube right now. In my opinion, that's misinformation. So we're asking, is there one standard for independent news broadcasters like us on our channel, and a different standard for what we would call the mainstream media?
There you go.
There we go. So I'll stop your share. Okay, we're good. So now, he put that up, and apparently he's moving over to Rumble. I guess I don't know if he's going all of his content, but I guess his daily show is going exclusive. And my question for you, Salty, is how do you feel about Rumble? Obviously, you've done really well over there. I like Rumble. I've been talking with Rumble and locals. They've been really good to us, and they seem really receptive of our feedback. I've continued to say the UI really needs to improve over there if they really want to change the game. But I like the direction they're going. So what's your opinion on all that?
I know you're
trying to be careful because you don't want to get my channel in trouble, because you probably want to go on a big rant right now.
I'm just trying to wrap my head around. First of all, was that posted today?
That was posted today. Yes.
Yeah.
That was today.
That's almost got a million
views.
On Twitter
Yep.
already.
Yep. Especially with Elon commenting on it, that put another signal boost on it. So now a lot of people are going to be seeing that now.
I mean, it's no Deadpool announcement, but yeah, I got a lot of traction.
Just put Hugh Jackman in the background opening this gate. Do you think, like, I when I hear that, I go, Russell Brand, he lived long enough in Hollywood not to be turned into a complete dipshit. Does he not understand what's going on? Like,
I think
I
he
took
does.
it down. I'm like, oh
Yeah,
look,
I think
said-
there's some showmanship to it for sure.
Yeah.
You know what I
Okay,
mean?
'cause
I think
I
so.
hope so.
Yeah.
I hope so. Because I'm like, brother,
Yeah.
it's an enemy operation. What do you
Yeah,
mean? You don't
yeah.
you don't understand why that dude Richard Madcow can say that? You don't understand what's going on over here? Okay.
Yeah.
Mad
so
cow.
that dude. Well, that's great. That's fantastic. Again. Everybody, I can tell you this because I can smell the fucking place from my house. Silicon Valley is full of these kombucha enema experts who they sit there and they go, oh, well, look at this Russell Brand. He's clearly a white supremacist terrorist. Well, yeah, we should be able. Let's go ahead and pay him. Sitting there going, he got 5 million people. He's got enough energy that on a completely different platform, he can get 1 million views in a day because he can get the attention of people like Elon Musk. And you keep kicking people off your platform who can do this. See, there is a tipping point, and we're quickly approaching a tipping point. Again, the UI is a bit of an issue. They're working on their pipes. The people at Rumble are very smart. They're very hungry. They know exactly what they're doing. They're hiring people like Viva and Barnes to write their terms of service. They're reaching out to anybody who gets dick fucked over there on YouTube. They are out there and they're hungry. You lose a couple dozen people who've got that type of sway, that type of pull. They start going to Rumble and they start telling normies about Rumble. These dipshits in YouTube who've never done anything in their life because they've been raised with a victim mentality and they've been handed everything because they're left-wing dipshits, and when they walk into an interview they just go in there with neon fucking hair and spout all of the platitudes. They go into an interview, instead of wearing a suit, they done fuck up their hair with this crazy color. They put a BLM shirt on and they put rainbow fucking shoes on, and that's how they get a job these days. It doesn't have anything to do with their qualifications, doesn't have anything to do with their track record of success, and it's all based on stupid shit. And then once they get in, everybody's afraid to fire these assholes who don't know how to produce, because nobody wants to be called a racist in these institutions. But let me tell you something, you absolute idiots over there at YouTube. You lose a couple dozen high profile. If you lose Steven Crowder, if you lose Russell Brand, if you lose a few of these people, they go to Rumble. Rumble starts ticking up. There is a groundswell of people who are already on Rumble. They just mirroring content right now, but they ready to go. You're not just going to lose a Russell Brand and a Steven Crowder. You're going to end up losing them, and then a couple, like 100 million other people who are just like, no, I'm done with this, and they're just going to move over to these other platforms that they've really been laying down a lot of work into their infrastructure. So Rumble and Odyssey and these other platforms out there are about to make. I never thought I'd see this twice, but I'm old as fuck, boys. I'm going to see another MySpace, and it's going to be YouTube this time, and it's going to be fascinating. These people over at YouTube, they don't even understand that they can fall. They don't get. It's the hubris that's going to get them.
Yeah,
and it's interesting too, because we're getting to a point, someone like Russell Brand, this is no longer simply a conservative versus liberal thing. This is becoming an establishment versus anti-establishment. So that's why you have these people like Russell Brand, who, like, for people to then go out there and say like he's a far right leaning, white supremacist, all this shit, that is what makes it really laughable. And when you start to see these people that are coming out on that side, now, whether it's because they've always felt a little bit that way, maybe they're waking up to like the motion of the ocean, so to say, and figuring out exactly what's going on. When people like that, when people like Bill Maher, a huge lefty, has been very hard outspoken against some of this stuff, you can't sit there and pretend like, oh, look at these far righters out there. That's not what this is. It's become establishment shills versus anti-establishment people on all sides.
So true, because these people hate us, right? Like, our government hates us. They just signed another $12 billion to send to Ukraine. Like, they hate us while we're dealing with a hurricane in Florida, while we're dealing with a crashing stock market, and people can't even afford groceries anymore. I mean, these people hate us, and so that's so true, Ryan. It is really anti-establishment versus establishment, and this is a huge white pill, because if Rumble just gets its UI like figured out, because right now the UI still really sucks, but once they get their UI figured out, it's game over, because Andrew Tate, banning Andrew Tate was one of the worst things that YouTube could have done.
Yep.
Because all of his faithful followers, all of them came over to him, because what Andrew Tate has, he has followers and fans. He doesn't have viewers. A lot of YouTubers have a lot of viewers, but they aren't fans. They aren't followers. And so all of his faithful followers are following him to Rumble. All the faithful followers of Russell Brand are all going to Rumble. And like Salty said, word of mouth is one of the most important and powerful tools you have for marketing. And Rumble knows what they're doing. And so once these people start to tell their family members and their friends about Rumble, yo, Rumble's really cool. Look at all this new content, because they're not doing just political content anymore. There's more. There's vlogs, there's food content, there's video game content. They just launched gaming. And so there's going to be a lot of great content on Rumble, and they're really ramping it up. And I think Mama Susan is really down, in for a treat if she continues to go down this path on YouTube, just censoring and banning people.
Nothing makes us saltier happier when he hears the Mama Susan comments. He loves it. He loves it right there. How much longer do we have you here for, Salty? I don't want to keep you too long, so.
Yeah, we can do another 20 so minutes.
Oh, okay. Just want to double check on that. Yeah, and so yeah, we do have a stream going on Rumble right now. I see the Salty armies over there in the Rumble chat, always representing. How do you feel about the fact that your fans are everywhere, Salty? Just representing the Salty army every fucking stream. Maybe you don't realize it. The Salty army is legion. They're everywhere. How does that make you feel to hear that?
I'm trying to not let it go to my heads.
Yeah. It's amazing, dude. Like every stream, it doesn't matter if you're in the stream. It doesn't matter if you've been mentioned. All of a sudden, Salty Army just shows up in the stream and just starts talking about it. It's amazing. I love it.
Yeah, it's just, I think it just speaks. There's a bunch of people who, I get it. I get my energy from watching the chat box, because there's no crowd or anything to play to when you're screaming in an office room over here like this. And so just when you're watching the chat go nuts like it's doing right now, I don't know, it's an awesome feeling to have people who are also as crazy as I am.
Hell yeah, man. Well, now, like, so when you started out, you were like, when did you start your YouTube channel? Like an actual to create content with?
I don't know. I think it's 2017.
Yeah.
I think. Does that sound about? I'm not sure.
So right around the time that
I've had it for a long time.
Yeah, so the Last Jedi stuff was going on, and I think that's when you kind of really started to pick up interest in talking about this stuff. I think, right?
So what happened was, way back before you could even be a partner with YouTube, like when it was there were you had to be invited, like it was all invited. And videos had to be under 10 minutes. I'm talking, this is like 15 years ago. I used to go to thrift stores and record myself hunting for old game consoles. And so I had a channel up and running where I was just collecting all this cool shit that I couldn't have as a kid. When I was a kid, I was, my parents, they were middle class, and grateful for that. But they were very kind of like, no, you're going to get a Nintendo, and how many fucking games you need for a Nintendo? Like that one's got 3 of them on it, so you're good. So I had Mario, and I had the Duck Hunt and the stupid racing thing. I didn't even have the pad for, so that was weird. But and so I was like, oh, let me go to, like, I was like watching these other dudes on YouTube, and they were going to thrift stores and they were finding like TurboGrafx 16s. I was like, holy shit, nobody had that when I was a kid. So I had a YouTube channel doing that. So that's where I learned a lot of YouTube stuff way back then. And then the comment section was so brutal that I was like, you know what, I'm kind of like every day they're like, look at this. This
that back when you
could
could
fill
do,
in
like-
the slur.
Is that back when you could do like response videos on YouTube where someone could like respond in the comments with a video?
God,
of
I
their
don't
own
even
to
remember
you?
that. Holy fuck, I don't even
Yeah,
remember
that was a lot. That was like 15 years ago. Yeah, you
Holy
could do
shit.
response videos.
Yeah. Imagine how brutal
yeah.
that would be nowadays.
Nowadays.
Yeah.
Just be dick pics.
Oh.
They don't even let you dislike things anymore.
Yeah.
Well, that shows the naiveness of Krista Nova, because over on Locals, you can actually, in the comments of a stream, like you can actually drop
Oh my
memes. So she
gosh.
goes, YouTube should add this. I'm like, you sweet, sweet child. No, they should not. No, they should not.
Locals doesn't have advertisers to worry about.
It would be bad. But I'm fascinated with this story from Salty, so continue on, sir, about this. Retro gaming? You want to come on bragging rights and beat the hell out of Dan Vasc? It'd be great. I need you on bragging rights.
I knew you were going to
Desperate
bring
man
up
right
bragging
there.
rights. I knew you were going to bring up right.
Yeah, that's a desperate man right there. He's like, "Are you gonna beat up Dan Bass? Oh, please God, come on! The show. He destroyed me in Mario Kart."
As soon as Salty was like, I hunted for old consoles, I saw
Oh, yeah.
Jeremy's eyes. Like,
Yep, yeah. You know it. You know it. No, but go ahead, Salty.
If you think my audio's boomer, I was watching you guys doing Mario Kart, and I was like, how the hell do you record like yourself playing Mario? How does that even fucking work? How does these kids in there streaming these things?
Honestly, if I didn't have Ryan, I wouldn't figure out half this shit. That's just the truth. So if I didn't have Ryan to help me through it, so that's how I figure out most things. I just call Ryan and he helps me figure it out. So
Yeah, I'm like, did you YouTube how to do this? He's like, no. I was like, okay, let me YouTube how to do this. Okay, this is what you do.
Oh man! But so now, how long did the retro thing? So how long did you do that? I'm fascinated by this one. How long?
I think I probably did it for about a year.
Okay.
And the bigger problem was that as I was doing that, I was contemplating quitting my job, like my 9-to-5 job, and I was like, holy shit, if I'm gonna quit my job, I better sell all these stupid toys. Like I had a room full of the stupidest shit. I got an arcade in my garage. Like my wife was like, okay, my wife was like, you're gonna quit your job. I was like, I'm gonna quit my job. My job's fucking stupid. I want to quit it. And she was like, we need money. And I was like, okay, well, I better sell all these. There goes the Neo Geo AES system, lads. Okay. And so then that and the comment section was you really develop a real thick skin on the internet when you play Quake or when you make videos on YouTube. And
Yes.
so a combination of those, sold everything, started up my own business. And then I started making YouTube videos for my private business. And that went real well. And then I was doing the Salty Cracker channel just on the side, like in between clients. I was like, these motherfuckers are wasting more of our money. I'm going to go yell about it on YouTube. And I was yelling about politics and like a little bit of, Call of Duty 5, the one where women all of a sudden were, storming trenches and World War II.
Well, that was Battlefield 5. Battlefield 5.
Yeah.
Battlefield 5. Yeah.
And so like those videos started to really take off, and then it just shot up. And the Brie Larson thing, everyone's building sheds off of Brie Larson.
Hey, don't talk bad about my friend Bree. All right, she liked my tweet the other day. So
I saw it. Yeah, I saw it. I don't want to get beat up by Ryan or Jeremy from the quartering.
Right, we're friends now. I'm going to defend her honor because now all her fans are pissed off and demanding that she unlike the tweet.
She hasn't unliked it yet?
No,
of course not. She loves me, bro.
Oh.
I'm gonna turn this into now. I'm gonna start making videos to try to highlight it, so make her unlike it, just because I'm fucking jealous. So
trust me, they've already highlighted my greatest hits collection and put that in the replies, tagging her.
Yeah,
so.
There were straight up people like begging. They're like, please retweet this. I need you to retweet this so she can see it. And they're like, how could she have done this? Why would she? They're like, no, it's probably somebody on her team. They probably didn't know. And they're like, yeah, but she had to approve it. So like they're like delving deep. They're like, how could she do this to us?
It's
yeah,
so
Ryan's like,
funny
yeah,
because
she liked it.
the left is they're always their own worst enemy. They're always so. Ryan sent this tweet out. He didn't tag her. He didn't hashtag her. He was just making a playful like, hey, I won with Brie Larson. Thanks. He didn't tag her. These fucking weirdos tagged her. These fucking freaks are the ones that tagged her. And going, you don't acknowledge this racist. And so she saw the tweet based on the notifications that her weirdo bots were, putting in the replies. So she saw it and she's like, oh, that's cool. And then they got mad because she liked it. It's like, you fucking freaks are the reason she saw it. You fucking idiots. They have no idea what they're doing. They're so stupid. It's so unbelievable. But so the Brie Larson videos for you. So
both Gina Carano and Brie Larson have something in common. They got a lot of shit for liking my tweet.
But yeah, Brie was gold for a lot of people, Salty. So
yeah, she was gold. But I mean, before I even one of the reasons why I even started doing that was because I was listening to you guys. I was listening to you. This was around the Han Solo era, and I would go walk my dog. And I'm listening. I'm like, what the fuck are they? How are you gonna mess up Han Solo? Damn, everybody loves Han Solo. My mom doesn't even know what a Star Wars is, and she loves Han Solo. And you're gonna mess this up? And sure enough, they did. I'm sitting there going, "Damn, I feel like I was feeling the same way."
Yeah.
And it really encouraged me to start, like, hey, you guys see that something's wrong with this doesn't make any sense. Like this is a handful of people are making better fan fiction on YouTube than these idiots are making in Star Wars movies. Something ain't right. And then I just got a PhD in cultural Marxism and corporate ESG-isms, and people have resonated with it. And so that's kind of how I got here.
There it is. The funniest thing for me was, I guess when you and Mrs. Salty were watching some Geeks and Gamers when my channel started taking off, and I guess you guys sent me a message like a long time ago, and I never saw it until I became aware of after your channel blew up, and I followed you, and I got a notification. And so I guess when you follow someone that sends you a message request, you got the notification. So I got this notification from like years ago. And you want to talk about feeling like dog shit. I'm like, Salty wanted to talk to me back in the day, and I didn't even know he sent me a message. I felt so terrible. I thought that was so funny. But yeah, look at you now. And again, I know for you, it's hard to grasp what you've done, and because you're just hyper focused. You're just doing your thing. You're just calling bullshit out. You feed off the chat. I totally understand that too. But I'm telling you, man, you're making a massive difference to so many people. You really are. And you've connected to so many people, and it means a lot. And I respect the hell out of you for everything you've done up to this point. And I think you're just getting started. And I've always had your back, and I'll do anything in the world for you, man. And I remember the first time we talked on the phone, you were like, I can't believe it's Jerry from Geeks Gamers. I'm like, you're fucking salty cracker. Who gives a fuck about me, bro? And then we just, we talked for a few minutes, and it was awesome. So it's been great to see what you've done, man. And it's very inspiring for me and for so many others. So I hope you continue to do that. I really do. That's
awesome, man. Hey, that's an incredible amount of praise. And again, I think it's like we're all on the same team, and we're all just kind of moving forward together. And again, big love to you guys. Thank you for putting us into connection with Steph up there. And she's doing a lot of great work over on Locals. The clip videos are fantastic.
Yep.
I was like, just take a clip, just film it with your phone. I don't know how fucking computers work. And she's got it like they're edited and everything. I'm just like, damn, that's awesome. So yeah, I just want to be
fun to make. They're fun to I laugh. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be good. I love it.
Everything in life happens. It's so interesting how things happen, because when Mrs. Salty reached out to me and we're talking, she goes, you know anyone? And I was honestly like literally right after our good friend John Bartolo passed away, and Steph was working for him, and I'm like, I got the perfect person, and I think it would be therapeutic for her as well as beneficial to you guys if she worked with you. And of course, I think it's been great for both parties. I know Stephanie's amazing. She's great. And so I'm so happy to see what she's done, for you guys. And it's been great. Go ahead, Ryan. You had something to say.
I was just gonna say, there's so many compliments floating out there. I feel like I'm about to get monkeypox just being on the stream. That's how gay we're getting right now.
Ryan always gets so uncomfortable when some compliments go around. He needs some
Especially
good old
the compliments
fashioned.
are towards women.
Yeah.
Can't have that
I'm
here.
Scared. We need to lighten the tone up. I saw my favorite tweet. I saw my favorite possible tweet of the year so far. Let me share my stupid screen here.
While you're doing that, let me. Are you about to share it right now? It's like a couple of super chats. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh, no.
This man is a hero. All right, this man right here. God, this takes a long time. Order a pizza.
Wow.
There are women just fucking seething in the replies and in the quote tweets. They're like, I hate men more and more every day. And then another dude replies in ratios where he's like, what, he's just supposed to sit there for 15 hours and not eat anything? It's so good.
That is fantastic. I love it.
That's an awesome support. Stay strong, bro.
I want some thin crust pizza right now.
Yes.
That is great. George the Giant Slayer for $200. George, we need to get you on the panel, bro. Hail Geeks and Gamers. Hell yes, we are winning. The milk. Let's see. The milk Amazon wanted to squeeze from their rings cash cow has been curled it by the fans. She-Hulk is a visual. I don't know what that word is. What is that fucking word?
Hold on.
I'll go back and see if I can find it.
I'm not doing another
carcinogen.
Carcinogen, which even normies are now turning off. Hollywood's eye cancer content is on the way out. All hail the amazing panel. Go ahead, Ryan, roast me.
Well, I'm just gonna say, like, that's something that people in Alabama, when they're trying
I'm
to
from
fucking
Alabama.
sound that out, they're like, what's it? I know, what's this say? What's it say on the back of the cigarette?
Listen.
Carcinogen. Oh, that's a made-up word, Jeremy. You don't need to know it.
Listen. My parents are probably brother and sister. It's lucky I don't have 3 eyes. Okay, roll fucking tide. That's all I'll say. Roll fucking tide.
Jeremy has like a 5th grade reading level.
Well, I just want to point out too. This is what I love about this is I'll like look on Twitter and you'll see somebody go, oh, see, this is what Geeks and Gamers does. They pit 2 shows against each other. They purposely, started out talking about Rings of Power being bad and House of the Dragon because they knew one of them would probably be good. And then they pit the shows against each other and talk about one being better than the other, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, Jeremy can barely fucking read. You're going to tell me that he had enough thought to pit 2 shows against each other 6 months down the road before they both came out? That's not how
he's not even watching House of the Dragon. He doesn't even care about it.
I know. I'm not even fucking watching it, and I hear all these
But
people
it doesn't
like.
matter.
Yeah, I know.
They assume it's just like this whole thing with Ripa. They're like, oh, he didn't even write the comic book. He just found somebody that needed a comic book wrote. So then he was like, I'll step in because I'm black, and they'll buy my comic book for sure because of that. Like, it doesn't make any sense. But I'm like, these people don't really put that much thought into it. Jeremy struggles to start a stream half the time. That's why we start late every week.
Have they ever watched Friday Night Tights? Like, Gary fucks everything up. We don't know what the fuck we're doing. We simply have common sense, and we don't like your identity politics bullshit.
Yeah.
That's it. It ain't that fucking deep. It really ain't.
Jeremy,
most
you're a
terrifying
mastermind,
thing to them.
Jeremy.
The most terrifying thing when you put yourself as an elite and above everyone else is to see a regular fucking person succeed better than you could ever hope to.
Yeah, I remember.
It's terrifying to watch Eric go, hey, I'm gonna make my own comic book because I like fucking comic books, and then watch him outsell everybody like with his first comic book and just blow up the independent scene, completely shatter every narrative. And they go, well, it's because he's racist. You're like, no, how is he racist? And they're like, well, it's because of all those white supremacists that support the guy. Like, do you understand what the whole white supremacy means? Like, if you're a white supremacist, you don't go, man, look at that black guy selling that comic. I'm gonna buy so many of them. Like,
it's the coping, dude. Like, I remember the first time I was accused of running an MCN. Okay, so I was accused of running an MCN. These motherfuckers came up with this big elaborate thing where everybody that's connected to my channel, I have contracts with them so that they run with the talking points that I have deemed. So you run to Ryan makes a video on the talking points I've created, all these other people, and then I have the MCN, and then I get a percentage of their ad revenue. The only problem problem is I didn't know what the fucking MCN was. I didn't know what a multi-channel network was when that was accused of me. And I go, that's not a bad fucking idea. I wish I would have thought about that. Like, the cope is insane because they can't process that people don't line up with their bot mentality because they don't know the real world. They don't understand the real world. In their mind, everyone's a racist or a sexist and everybody hates Trump. Everybody. And when they see one person, like I remember my DeSantis video on my personal channel like a few weeks ago where I was talking about DeSantis and the migrant flight and everything, they screenshotted that. The people in the replies could not fucking believe that there was a human being on this earth that supports Ron DeSantis. And I'm like, you live in such a bubble. It's amazing. And yeah, so it's crazy. But anyway, Salty, thank you so much. If there's anything you need from us, man, it's a pleasure having you on. And like I said, I know that, you know, you love the solo stream. You're a king at it. Sometimes getting on the panel, you're like, I don't want to say the wrong thing. I don't want to get somebody's channel in trouble. I love these guys. And I know, like, you come in here and you're like, oh, you're trying not to say the wrong thing. But is there anything, you know, in your closing thoughts, you have anything to say as we, you know, let you go?
I just want to say thank you for having me. I think that, you know, I totally get that I'm a little bit radioactive. I think we lean into it on the channel.
We love it.
And to know that there's other channels that don't mind getting a little dirty with me, that's awesome to know. So thank you so much for having me. I'd you know, love to come back sometime.
Of course.
Thank you guys. Steph, thank you so much for everything.
You're welcome.
We have to do a one-on-one on D-Day Cobra. That's what we have to do. That's what we need to do. But you know what the problem is? You coming on here now, right? Next up is F&T. You're going to have to do F&T at some point. It's all just no Alex Jones, just you. The crowd wants it, so you're going to have to do it at some point now.
I will work up. I'll drink a case and I'll come on. F&T. But yeah, again, everybody, thank you so much for having me. It was a blast.
Nah, man, it was a pleasure.
Yeah,
so thank you so much, Salty. We appreciate you, buddy. Have a good one, man.
Thank you, guys.
All
Take
right,
care,
man.
everybody.
All right, drop links to Salty's merch store, Steph. Get anything. You well, Steph, you know all the links that need to be dropped, so go ahead and drop all those links. You guys go support the Salty Army on his website. Steph's going to drop all those links, and it was awesome.
You have 1,000 people watching over on Rumble.
Yes.
So
big
shout out to 1,000 people over there. That's fucking awesome. You guys are killing it.
Yes.
Let's go.
So that is awesome. It was awesome to have Salty. I know he's, like I said, the panel settings, you know, that's not something he normally would want to do, but I know that he's always been a supporter of Geeks and Gamers, and it's an honor to have him here. And if Steph would have been a if she would have done a terrible job, that would have never happened. When I recommended her, if she would have fucked all that up, we would have never got Salty on here. So the fact that she did a good job, that's why Salty was able to come on. So thank you, Steph, for not fucking it up.
You're welcome. You're welcome. There's still time.
Yeah, there's still time. There's still time.
When are you gonna start a Salty Cracker TikTok?
Ooh, I don't know if that one will last very long.
It'll last like 2 days.
Yeah.
I think you can. I'm able to be on. So.
That's true.
Yeah,
That's so true.
Yeah.
My favorite part about him being here was that Jeremy threatened him with being on Friday Night Tights. He's like, now you got to be on Friday Night Tights. He's like, oh,
He's like,
I got to fucking go, man.
Oh, man. So, yeah, good stuff. It really was awesome to have him here. And I know there's a lot of super chats, and we will get to those for sure. I do want to, because Salty brought it up a little bit, and obviously we had a video here on the channel about it. But I think we do need to talk about the Ryan Reynolds announcement. It's kind of blown up. I mean, last time I looked, that thing had like 10 million views on Twitter in just like a couple of hours.
Yeah, it 6.6 million in an hour and a half when I recorded my video because I was fucking late because I was out doing stupid shit for the fucking hurricane. All these retards are driving slow because it's raining. Fucking cocksuckers. But anyway.
He was so mad.
Yeah,
I was on the phone with him. He was really mad.
He was mad.
He was
I
really
was like,
mad.
I can't fucking make a video right now.
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
And then Hugh Jackman tweeted out an individual video. It's not like he shared Reynolds. Like he shared a different one.
Really?
Did he
I'm
really?
pretty sure. I don't
Hugh
think he did the iPhone thing.
Really? Well, let's see. I want to see that if he has. So we are going to catch up on some of these super chats. So let me see. Oh my God, Krista trolling Uche. Oh my God, Krista, did you hear Beardo gave Stefan Nicholson a shout out in his Sports Wars video?
No, he did not.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah, he was named off a bunch of like elite athletes, and he just worked
No
Stefan Nicholson. He
way.
called me about it before he did it to make sure it was okay. So if you know the Stefan Nicholson lore, then you know the Stefan Nicholson lore. If you don't, then you got to watch more of our gaming streams because that's where a
Yeah.
lot of it happens over on Geeks and Gamers Play. We do have a ton of channels, a ton. But okay, so Ryan, you got that?
Yeah, I got it right here.
Let's
and
do
he
it.
He did share it because it's got like 4.5 million views on his.
Okay.
But let me share this. This shows all my tabs and all my.
No, it doesn't.
fucking
It
windows
doesn't the
every
way
time I
it
do
doesn't the way I have it cropped. It doesn't the way I have it cropped. So.
Well, I'm just saying like.
Yeah.
When I pull up the share screen, it's like.
Oh yeah,
like a million different options because of how I run my life. Here we go.
Jeez.
I think that should see it. So I was not expecting this from Ryan Reynolds today. When I saw the caption, hard keeping my mouth sewn shut about this one, I just thought it was a tongue-in-cheek reference about, X-Men Wolverine Origins. That's what I thought. I never thought that we would get a Hugh Jackman appearance at the end of this, but this is perfect marketing.
It's perfect marketing.
Hey
It's
everyone,
absolutely phenomenal.
we're extremely sad to have missed D23, but we've been working very hard on the next Deadpool film for a good long while now. I've had to really search my soul on this one. His first appearance in the MCU obviously needs to feel special. We need to stay true to the character, find new depth, new motivation, new meaning. Every Deadpool needs to stand out and stand apart. It's been an incredible...
I do like that he got the plug in there for
For
his
Aviator Gin.
Yeah, that's my favorite part is he's pouring.
For his gin in the Deadpool cup. And Hugh Jackman's also appeared in ads for that as well. So.
Whole challenge that has forced me to reach down deep inside, and I have nothing. Yeah, just completely empty up here and terrifying. But we did have one idea. Hey, Hugh, you want to play Wolverine one more time?
Yeah, sure, Ryan.
It's so good. It's so good. It's so good. I don't think you're going to hit for it, but we'll see. But yeah, fantastic marketing. Like that is legendary marketing right there. It's unbelievable. And what this needs to say is, hey, when fans get something that looks good and they're, treated with respect, guess what? The fans suddenly aren't toxic. Suddenly the fans will react positively when you treat the fans positively. It's really not a complicated situation. And Mike, hang on just a minute. Let me see. So this is a different one?
Yeah, it's a like he took the same video, but he shared it, right? So that's another 4.3 million. It's not like he shared the video like the iPhone kind of, you know what I mean? It wasn't like that.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
so it says 22 million views just between Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds.
And I know Mike wanted to go. Video Fox just dropped to 50 and said a few days before you had Salty on with Alex Jones, he was saying those guys at Geeks and Gamers would never have him on. Yeah, Salty's always, because he doesn't want to get, he's always said this. He's like, I don't want to get other people's channels in trouble by going on some rant. You know what I mean? It's because he's such a good guy. But yeah, we love Salty and we love the Salty Army. I see another person in the chat that says, Geeks and Gamers chat, thank you for hosting the Army. We tried not to break it very much. We appreciate it. We appreciate it. And yeah, continue to smash the like button. Somebody said 5,000 viewers with only 350 likes. And that's, you need to update. We got 2,600 likes. So smash that melee button to Tuesday night's main event. Not Tuesday Night Tights, but Tuesday night's main event. Not Tuesday Night Titans. But will I change the name?
Tuesday Night Titans won.
It did win. I saw that. I did see that.
Isn't there a Friday Night Titans?
Not anymore.
Oh yeah.
Not anymore. But yeah, good stuff for sure. But now, moving forward, we'll see. Does this mean, like, again, my job, our job is to cover shit. That's essentially what we're here to do. We're here to cover stuff. If something's good, I'll tell you it's good. If something's bad, I'll tell you it's bad. Ultimately, Hollywood, generally speaking, gives us bad shit. So I'm going to tell you about all the bad shit they're giving us. If people are upset that I or many others are talking too much about negativity, it's probably because Hollywood's giving us a lot of negativity. And but this is a good announcement. It doesn't mean that I think the movie is going to be great. It doesn't mean that I think Disney is going to do right by the fans. But in isolation, for what it is, the announcement was beautiful, brilliant. It's a masterful marketing tactic. It just is. You can't deny it.
It's great. It's giving people a character that they enjoy with Deadpool and a character that they fucking love in Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. With everything MCU is doing with multiverse, all this shit, who knows how it's going to come into play. I don't have any faith in this movie because it's probably going to be PG-13. Obviously,
it's been confirmed that it's going to be rated R.
Confirmed?
Yeah, they've been saying that's going to be rated R.
All the Deadpool films have been rated R.
But
I know, but
that
none
was
of them
the
have been
issues.
fucking Disney, and Blade is PG-13.
Yeah,
so
Blade is PG-13.
we'll see. Maybe they'll end up doing a PG-13 and an R rating for another release or something. Who knows?
Well,
But
the rumor
anyway,
is-
Because in
the
I think it
rumor-
was in January, Kevin Feige said that Deadpool is going to be rated R.
And there's rumors that the reason they did a PG-13 Deadpool like during Christmas time was that
They
they're
wanted to
trying
test it out.
They're trying to test out how it worked and stuff like that. And people were like, "Yeah, we still want it rated R," but yeah, Disney is not really in the rated R market, despite how much they say that they are. They absolutely want this to be as family friendly as possible.
A lot of their executives are definitely in the rated R market, but not for necessarily movies. But anyway, that's another discussion for another time.
Well, I would say typically their target audience is less than 17.
Yeah.
For most Hollywood executives.
Oh.
But anyway, I have
let's
no
go,
faith
Brandon.
that that's actually going to come to fruition. I have no faith this movie's not going to be a fucking dumpster fire. But for what it is, the announcement itself, it's perfect. Like, it really was well done. And people like Ryan Reynolds. A lot of people like Deadpool. So we'll see. This is something the MCU desperately needed. Because Phase 4 has been fucking terrible. Phase 5 looks to be awful. D23 was a disaster. They didn't make any of the announcements that people wanted them to make. So now a couple weeks after, for them to come and make this announcement, it does seem a little bit like damage control in a way. Because I think the Marvel name right now is shit, with She-Hulk being out there, with a big disappointment from Thor: Love and Thunder, with no announcements that people actually wanted at D23. So all of a sudden, 2 weeks later, you come out with a very low budget, could have done that in a day, announcement about a movie that comes out 2 years from now. I don't know.
I think that's great, and as soon as you said that, I was thinking about that because look, it's brilliant, it's perfect, and there's literally nothing they could have done that was better. But it does raise the questions. That was very low budget. That could have been done in a day, a couple of flights to get these guys together. Announcement was perfect, all of that. I don't know, man. It does seem like that could be some damage control, because why wouldn't you just do that at D23? Because Disney wants, and this has been reported all over the place, Disney wants D23 to become a Comic-Con level-esque place, like where the hype happens, the big announcements happen. Why didn't this just happen at D23? If that's the case, why would you pass up on having this type of announcement there when you didn't have a lot? You could have brought this. So to me, this sounds like damage control. Once again, complaining works. Once again, voicing our displeasure works. Go ahead.
Their biggest announcement at D23 that got the biggest applause was Daredevil, Born Again. And now with them showing Daredevil and She-Hulk, like, people aren't going to show up for Daredevil Born Again because She-Hulk is such a terrible show. And they're already talking about how cucked and changed he's going to be. He's not going to be the same Deadpool. Even the actor was saying that it's a different side of Deadpool. You have to play it up for Daredevil, sorry. That you have to play it up for, like, the She-Hulk audience. So people aren't really reacting to that. So, yeah. I think that this is kind of like a reactionary thing to D23.
Reactionary? Yeah. I'm adjusting the screen a little bit. I've been called that a lot from people on YouTube that don't like me. So
yeah, like the more I didn't think about that for a while, like even after I made my video, but that just seems to me one of the things that this is, because it's a great announcement, fucking blew up the internet, cost nothing to do. It's set 2 years from now.
Yeah.
So it's not even like it's not like they're filming or anything. Like, this is the announcement that they're going to do it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
maybe it took some of these failures for them to realize we need to go back to the straight white male pool and dip our toes in there again.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, it flies in the face of all of what they want to happen in the MCU right now. They don't want white male leading characters. They want, all the representation that they can put in the movies. And the fact is, like, Deadpool started out, we wouldn't even had Deadpool if somebody didn't literally leak the footage, the test footage from Fox. And they were like, wow, the reception has been so good, we should make this movie. They make the movie. I mean, the budget for both Deadpool movies, I mean, they're not super small, but they're not the Hollywood blockbuster budgets that, any of these MCU movies are getting. So it kind of represents this, like, almost like niche group of people that are like, hey, we got our movie that we finally wanted and we kind of pushed for it. Kind of similar to how Sonic went and said, hey, we're sorry this design sucked really bad, we want to give you the Sonic that you want. It was like, we want to give you this Deadpool movie that you guys want, and not the shit that you've been getting like shoved down your throats for characters like Deadpool. So I think it's interesting, but the fact is, like, Disney does not like being hands off. They don't like things doing their own thing. They don't like things being rated R. They don't like things being too edgy, and they don't like rocking the boat on their stuff. So it's, I agree with Ryan. Also, 2 years is a long time. A lot can change in that time. And the fact is, like, it just feels like, oh, by the way, here's like a thing because D23 didn't go so well for us. It's like, but why would you announce that now? What's the purpose? Because it's no different than any of Ryan Reynolds' other commercials that he's done for his Aviator Gen. They're basically the same commercials. He just talked about Deadpool this time.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Ryan, go to Scarce's most recent video and pull up around 2.5 minutes, maybe 3. That's where he's talking about that Twitch streamer and about how he's got the most subs on the platform, but Twitch won't actually like promote him. And of course, this is Twitch that claims that they're all about diversity, inclusion, and representation, and Black Lives Matter. Now, I don't know much about the streamer, but it doesn't really matter. Like, the point is the guy, he's bigger than any streamer on the platform. I'd never heard of this guy until I watched Scarce video. What's his name again?
Kai Cenat, I think.
What's the story with him? Do you know anything about him, Kongman?
I know that he's like only 20 and he does a lot of like comedy sketches and stuff like that. So he's a very like entertaining guy. I haven't watched any of his stuff, but it's just like he's at 90K subscribers, which is huge. Because to put it into perspective, Pokimane right now only has Pokimane only has like 5,000, 6,000 paid subscribers on Twitch, and she is the most followed female streamer on Twitch.
This guy has 90,000.
That's insane.
It's kind of weird. Like, I don't really know anything about this. I haven't looked into it at all. It just sounds weird, especially on a platform like Twitch where it's tough to get discovered sometimes. I don't know. It just seems weird to me. But let's listen to Scarce talk about it a little bit.
For today is also very wholesome. This comes from the well-known Twitch streamer and YouTuber AMP Kai. Now, earlier this month, we covered how Kai is quickly becoming one of the top Twitch streamers, and we said that he is very quickly going to be the #1 top Twitch streamer on the platform. Well, last night, Kai actually did it. This guy reached the #1 most subscribed streamer in the US, and while Kai is not the #1 on all of Twitch right now, it's very obvious that he will be the #1 soon. This guy has by far the most paid subscribers on Twitch. He has over 60,000 paid subscribers, meaning that many people did not even use a Prime sub on him, which makes it a lot harder for him to actually gain subscribers. So it's pretty amazing the growth that we've seen from Kai Cenat. And for those of you who haven't been following Kai, this guy has been grinding so hard for this goal, okay? He's been putting in hours and hours and hours every single night, trying his hardest to become the #1 most subscribed streamer. And this was a very emotional moment for him when he finally realized that he was the most subscribed streamer here in the country. Just watch this.
You skip past this a little bit because it's loud, but go to the part where he's calling Twitch out, right? A little bit further. Yeah, look at that. That's insane. His mom's calling him right here. He's really emotional. It's really cool. Wow. And that is awesome. It's good to see. But yeah, that's where Twitch won't acknowledge him.
They're not putting him on their homepage, even though he is the top streamer on the platform. And they also are not putting his friends on the homepage. For some reason, Twitch has something against Kai and his community. And when Kai finally reached his goal of being #1 in subscribers, he decided to finally call out Twitch for this.
Yo, Twitch, I have no problems with you, Twitch. Okay? There's not one time I've seen anybody in my community on the fucking front page of your platform, bro. I don't give a fuck. Bro, I don't give a fuck. If I'm unmarketable. You understand me, bro? I don't give a fuck if I'm unmarketable, bro.
So you can stop it there. So my whole point here, and I don't really care about, like, this guy has nothing to complain about. He's got 90,000 fucking paid subs. So I mean, so yeah. So that's not my point here, and you can unshare it. That's not my point here. My point here is that Twitch preaches about diversity, inclusion, and representation. So now I want to play their game with them. Twitch, why are you being racist? Why are you not acknowledging a black creator? Now, again, I like to show the hypocrisy of the situation because it just continues to show you that these companies don't mean anything they say. They don't care about anything they say. This is why Ripa doesn't get acknowledgement, because Ripa doesn't fit the narrative. They want betas that will do anything they say. They want people they can control so that they can mold you so you can say and do all the things that they want you to say. And if you are not that type of mentality, they don't really like you. That's what I see from this. But yeah, the dude really doesn't have a lot to complain about. You know, he's got 90,000. That's insanity.
Yeah, I'll be real. That part was fucking cringe to listen to. For a guy that has 80,000 paid subscribers.
80,000.
Like, I don't have any problem with you, Twitch. Why do you got a problem with me? Why aren't you standing in my autograph line, Twitch? Why is it?
Did you guys see the Twitch sub count just like going up? I'm like, holy crap. But that's such a lie. I mean, like, during Black History Month in February, they were putting black creators on the front all the time. In the same way during
that's the only month they're supposed to care about black people.
Yeah, but like in the same way, like during Asian American Pacific Islander Heritage Month, they also were putting a lot of Asian creators on the front. They didn't put me on the front, which I was kind of sad about. But they do that. They do that. So when he was saying like no one was on the front page, it's like, no, like you guys.
I don't think.
Remember when
I don't
Twitch
think he was
went
trying
under
to
fire?
say that he was that.
Ooh, minorities fighting over screen time on Geeks and Gamers.
I don't
That's
think
a
he
good
was trying
clip.
to say that they weren't putting black creators. I think he's trying to point out the fact that like,
his actual friend, his friends. Yeah, his friends and stuff.
He doesn't fit the narrative. He swears. I mean, he doesn't fit the whole like PC thing that they try to push of like, oh, these are friendly for kids and stuff like that. I mean, and there's a lot of.
Remember when Twitch got in trouble with the emotes for like Mexican Latin X Heritage Month?
Yeah.
Oh my God! Did y'all see Salon like completely like go to Defiant L's? So Salon back in 2017 pulled up the Latina X, and then like they wrote another article like a few days ago this like, we need to stop referring to Latins as Latina X or some shit like that. And it's like, what? So Defiant L's has it. It's so funny. Anyway, go ahead though. Yeah, look right there. You never can win with these weirdos. Like, they invent shit to then be offended by it. Holy shit, dude. What the hell?
Wow.
It's so good. But what was it? What was going on with that, Steph?
With what?
There's some kind of emojis.
Yeah, Twitch. They got called out for using like stereotype emojis for Latin.
Like, hey, here's a taco for Latin.
Yeah, it was like a guy with
sombrero.
Yeah.
Wait, that's kind of cool though. I don't know why is that a problem? I love tacos and sombreros.
Oh man, yeah, but it is what it is. But I did like that we had the diversity was fighting over screen time right there. They're like, look, it's the only moment Jeremy's let them talk, and they were fighting to see who could say what.
I won because I have a penis.
That's true.
Oh,
man.
Now, Rings of Power is a thing, and it's a bad thing. It's a very, very bad thing. Shout out to Disparu, who's continuing to crush it. George's Giant Slayer is continuing to crush it.
Yes.
Shadversity. Nerdrotic, I think at some point Nerdrotic's going to get noticed. I think at some point, if he keeps putting Rings of Power videos, I think he's going to crack the algorithm. I have to believe at some point in time, Gary's videos will be seen by a few people. I just keep grinding, Gary. I think you're going to make it. If you just get work on your thumbnails a little bit. I think you need to put some more, maybe get a little edgier with your thumbnails. They're a little kind of low quality. Like step up your game a little bit. But I do believe he's gonna make it. I firmly believe Gary from Nerdrotic will get a few views out of this Rings of Power. But Ryan, what's the latest?
Gary at 550K subs already.
Crushing it.
He's crushing it.
It wasn't that long ago that he hit 500,000. I
know.
think.
He's unstoppable. He's unstoppable. It's crazy.
Yeah.
We're closing in on 350 here on Geeks and Gamers. We may hit that by tonight or tomorrow, so that's awesome.
Oh, we're close, I think.
Yeah, we're about 390 away.
But it's it's crazy because this corner of the internet that we're all a part of, it's actually growing super quick. I was in DC this weekend, right? And I was talking to someone at the event that I was at, and we're just talking about how movies suck these days. And he was talking about how there's this guy named Critical Drinker and Nerdrotic that I watch. And I was like, oh, do you know Geeks and Gamers too? They're like, yeah. Like, I love their stuff. And it's just a random person,
That's
person, right? And it's it's growing because it's this message that we talk about how everyone knows this. Every single regular person knows that all the movies suck, all the music sucks, everything sucks right now because of all the woke crap. And so just want to encourage y'all, it's growing, and there's a lot of people out there who watch the content and resonate with the message.
That's awesome, man. And yeah, Ryan's closing on 200,000 on his channel. Josiah's clickbaiting his way to nearly 300,000.
He stopped. Tom Hanks is taking him to the mountain. Well, it's funny because the community is so diverse too. There are people that I'm talking about the fucking content, Brian. There's not just one person. We have fucking Dan Bask on here, and I remember a couple years ago, somebody was like, "Oh my God, have you seen this video? This guy's fucking amazing." He's talking about Dan Bask and stuff. And then I'm cussing him out on Mario Kart, telling him he's a piece of shit for hitting me with a blue shell.
Yeah.
But it's funny to me, how, this community is made up of so many different people with different ideas and passions for content and all that stuff, with the exception being Josiah and his clickbait videos. Everybody else is actually trying to make something that they want to. Disbrew gets shit, but he's growing because he just started talking about something, and people are like, God, I like the way this guy talks about stuff. But the whole argument, well, it's a grift, and oh well, they're just blah blah blah. I'm like, yeah, but if there was some kind of ceiling for that, then these people wouldn't be growing independently of each other, but they are. And if it's all about what we hate, then people wouldn't be buying Ripley's comic book. The comic book isn't about how much he hates leftists. He's wrote a comic book, and everybody wanted to buy it and be part of that. So that whole argument completely falls apart when you actually look at the fact that there is consistent growth in this community, and new people can come in and start something and blow up. Disparu was what? He was at almost nothing for subscribers when he started this year, and he just started doing his own thing, and he grew because of that. Some of it is obviously Jeremy because he takes credit for everything, but we're getting here because people are putting in the work to get here, not because there's some weird magic formula that we go, okay, cool, I hate things, so now people like it, or now people like my stuff.
Yep.
They don't understand it. They can't wrap their head around it because it goes against everything that they believe in.
Yeah.
They're just oh my gosh, I have to go conform to this gender whatever politics that everybody else is, and they don't understand that you can go against the grain and actually have your own convictions and be successful, and they can't wrap their mind around that.
Yeah, Flag Ninja just dropped a $5 super chat. So a lot of people out there haven't found out that you guys are thinking, do these movies suck, or is it just me? They'll find out later. And I think that's how a lot of people kind of stumbled across this. Is a lot of people say, I don't like this movie, but the media is telling me how great it is. Am I just the only one? And then they stumble across a YouTuber who's like, oh, okay, that's how I feel. That's how a lot of people found, this channel from The Last Jedi and some other things like that. And, it's crazy. I mean, like I remember, and I experienced that too. I never forget when I made my episode 3 of season 8 of Game of Thrones. I made my video and I just went off on it. And I was getting I've never been race shit on YouTube, but that was pretty close. Like I was like, holy fuck, like this is bad. And then I saw Gary and Doomcock uploaded their video about it, and they were like crushing it. And I'm like, okay, well, maybe I'm not the only one. And then of course, all the people in the comments were telling me I was a fucking idiot. Like, oh, you're a fucking idiot. You're a fucking idiot. You're a fucking idiot. You're wrong. You're just being You're just rage baiting for views. And I'm like, no, I really hated this episode. And then now here we are. And clearly I was right.
The only people who believe in this stuff actually it's like weird fringe people on the internet who hide behind anonymous profiles because they're too scared to actually stand for what they believe in. And the elites in our country, the ones who run the studios, the ones who run these corporations and these big tech companies because they want to destroy our lives and our families. And so most people don't like this stuff, and the gaslighting will have to stop. Right. There's a Washington Post article just like today about how like the jabbity jab didn't like because people were talking about its side effects, and then they're like, oh, actually, it seems like they were actually right. But everyone who talked about it last year were censored, they were banned, they were smeared, and a lot of people, normal people, are looking at all this crap and they're like, wait, yeah, the gaslighting is getting so bad, and they're being told that you're an idiot. But then there's a lot of people like us, just regular people who, we don't like this crap. And then they find a voice in the community here. So I really like that.
Well, Ryan's mentality is that he hates everything. So eventually he'll find someone that agrees with him, and then they'll follow his channel. So he's like, if you just hate everything,
Good attitude.
Yeah, I get more pushback when I like something. Quite honestly,
it's the worst thing you can do is like something. Like for me, like, dude, I think I still didn't hit RK Outpost level, but my Andor review, where I literally started the video out saying, shockingly enough, I enjoyed these 3 episodes. Didn't really see that one coming, but they're like, he fucking hated it just because they clipped out the part where I was calling out the identity politics.
He hated it because it had a Latino in it.
My favorite part, somebody said you were hedging your bets. They're like, Jeremy's just saying he likes it at the beginning because he's just hedging his bets. And then he immediately goes into the grift and hates it.
These retards, these fucking retarded people. Do you have any idea how much more money I would make if I hated House of the Dragon?
Yeah.
Like, I'd be fucking making videos about it every fucking day. I'd be hate fucking videos. I'd be doing the same thing with Andor if I despised Andor, but no, it's like, I liked it, so I'll put it out there. I'll stream in front of fucking 200 people on RK Outpost Live, taking an hour and a half to discuss an hour-long episode of House of the Dragon that I enjoyed. I would be making so much more money if I hated that.
Yeah.
I don't, because we have to be honest. That's the entire thing, and that's what these fucking losers don't understand. The entire reason we have an audience, that we're gaining traction while the mainstream's losing it, is because we are being honest. You might not like what we're saying. You might not like the honesty. You might not like the fact that we're authentic. We're not a bunch of fucking pussies out there. But this is who we are. We'll speak out about it. We'll say when we like something. We'll say when we don't. And we will not pull our punches. That's why people are watching.
Yeah. I mean, it's just... There's no box that, I'm in, or really anybody on the Geeks and Gamers side is in. It's just that we have opinions. The problem is our opinions represent the majority of stuff that's coming out. That's it. And the things that we like never really get signal boosted from the people that hate us. It's almost like they don't want to talk about all those things we like. I saw a meme the other day. God, what was the meme? It was a picture of Kim Wexler, and it said female lawyer written by men. No. It said Kim Wexler, female lawyer written by men, and then it said female lawyer written by women, and it showed She-Hulk. And I'm like, yes, exactly. Kim Wexler is one of the best characters. She's awesome. She's a great character. She genuinely compliments the entire lore of the Breaking Bad, the methverse, as they call it. She complements it. It's not that she's just a good female character. She actually improved the universe because she was created for the right reasons. You know what I mean? Like, holy shit. It's just crazy. But yeah, it is what it is. So we're going to continue to be honest. And at this point in time, the first 3 episodes of Andor, I like it. I'm kind of looking forward to episode 4. I have not really been saying that for a while for any of this shit, but I'm looking forward to seeing what they're going to do. I still understand it's Disney Star Wars. What is it, tomorrow? Is that when it premieres? Or is it tonight? Is it tonight?
I don't fucking know.
When the fuck does this shit come out?
Does She-Hulk come out tonight, or did She-Hulk come out Thursday mornings? Maybe they come out the same day.
Come out
I don't
Thursday
fucking know.
morning.
Yeah.
I don't know. I probably will be in a hurricane. But
yeah.
Mike, are you watching House of the Dragon at all?
I am. I really enjoy it.
I really like it too. My favorite part about House of the Dragon is this story is, people think it's like a female empowerment or whatever. This story is about when a woman fucking fights to get power and get control, and everything gets worse. It's true. She's such a fucking terrible leader. She's a terrible decision maker that everybody in King's Landing fucking runs her out of town, and she ends up dying a terrible fucking death. That's the story that is playing out in front of our eyes, and they're setting that up right now.
Well, I want to talk about that for just a minute, but first, before Krista, are we getting Streamlabs on the old one? Or are we because we do have a different Streamlabs link tonight, just because I'm signed in directly to the Geeks and Gamers YouTube channel on Streamlabs.
Yeah.
So we have a different link up there. So are we getting them on the old link or the new link?
The new one.
Okay,
we have
they are
one for the old one. Yes.
Okay, just want to make sure. On that point, go ahead, Mike, because I do want to ask more questions about House of Dragon. So go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say, I mean, I didn't like the first episode of House of Dragon, and I was like, if this is how the show is going to go. The dialogue is heavy-handed. It's not very well done. I don't know what they're trying. It's obvious that they're trying to do the whole, like, you know, women empowerment thing. But as the show kept going on and it became more and more apparent, like, my favorite episode was not this last one, but the one before that,
5,
where like literally a character is having a conversation with another character, and this chick is running her fucking mouth until she figures out what's happening, and then it's just fucking silent from there on, and you're like, holy shit, that felt really Game of Thrones, you know? I mean, and the whole concept of, like, you know, Patty Constantine's character constantly telling this you know, his daughter, like, please stop being stupid or you're gonna get everybody killed, because, like, I don't like it either, but I gotta do what I gotta do. Like it is what it is. Just get the fuck over it and move on. And this whole, like, well, no, I won't do that.
It's
and
like,
they're not.
And she responds, she's like, if I was a man, I wouldn't be restricted by these things. And people are always coming back and saying, well, that's not reality, Rhaenyra. Like, you're a woman. I'm a man. We fucking go out. We fight battles. We die in wars. You're sitting here in a castle and you're worried. You're fucking bitching and complaining about you have to, like, choose from a bunch of different men to get married to. Most people don't have those options. You're not as oppressed as you think you are.
Yeah, 100%. Well, and that's the other thing too. She's like, well, other people have, like, you know, bastard children. He's like, but I don't get pregnant. So that's the other thing. Like, and you don't know what, a lot of those bastards end up dying anyways. Like, the whole point is, and then this newest episode, we get to see, she's like, I got to do everything I wanted to do with my life, and I got everything I wanted. And then she's like, holy shit, this is really bad. Like,
yes, and that's the thing that I think that people that aren't actually, maybe it's because we shouldn't give anything the benefit of the doubt, right, anymore. So if you're coming into this and you don't really know, of course you think that it's just, and they preached it that way, feminist empowerment story. This story is about Rhaenyra, who does whatever the fuck she wants, and all of the things that she's done, though, the way that she's just fucking sleeping around with whoever she wants, it has huge ramifications. Yeah. Like, it starts a war and it gets everyone killed because she thought that she could act a certain way and she can't. Yep. It's a story about what happens when women are in power.
Yeah.
So let me ask you guys, like, so what about the comments the other day made about the actress with Trump and all that? How does that pertain to the show? Is it her just being stupid, or what is it?
It wasn't her being stupid at all, to be honest. It was because if you remember from that article, she said she actually didn't portray it that way.
Yeah.
Miguel Sapochnik, who was the guy behind season 8, episode 3, just by the way, Miguel Sapochnik was one of the showrunners for season 1. he is the one who used the phrase "women for Trump," and he said it before in an interview as well. He's no longer with House of the Dragon. He's not going to be part of season 2. He was kind of just on there as a bridge between Game of Thrones and House of the Dragon. But those are his words. I think that what they mean by that is a woman who is fine with being a second-class citizen. I think that's what they mean when they say women for Trump, which is fucked up because this is Hollywood. Almost all these people think exactly the fucking same when you're talking about these executives. So when they say woman for Trump, what they're trying to get across is a woman who in their mind is okay with being considered a second-class citizen. Allison in this show is the person who is playing by the rules. She's the one who realizes that this is her duty, this is her responsibility, these are things she has to do, these are things she has to do for the realm, for her husband, for whatever. Now, if you're where you are in this episode, you realize that she is the only one who's been playing by the rules, and it's kind of fucking her over. And now she's pissed off about it.
So she's
but in terms of
likable.
the woman for Trump thing, that hasn't really come across to me at all.
So is she likable?
Well, she said that she decided not to play it that way.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These people are so stupid. These people are so insane. They really are. So
but is she that's a good question. Is she likable? I fucking hate Allison. Fuck the Greens. I'm Team Black all the way. No, might come as a surprise to everybody that I'm Team Black. But you're gonna have two separate sides for me: the Blacks, which happen to include all the Black characters, and Rhaenyra, and then the Greens, and it's all about dresses, blah blah blah, this bullshit. But you can see why Allison is upset, because she's done everything in her life, at least from her view, for the betterment of the realm. Like, she has done that, but she's kind of getting fucked over, while someone who hasn't done that, who used to be her friend in Rhaenyra, is doing whatever she wants, fucking all these random people, having bastards, a threat to the realm, a threat to secession, a threat to her family.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Okay.
I dig it, but I know it's coming though, so I don't know if that's part of the reason I like it so much.
I do need to get this. Sorry for the WJ. Forgot to get this one earlier. $100 says, if Disney wants to ruin Star Wars, which meant a lot to me, Luke Skywalker was my role model and hero, then I'm not going to give them my money anymore, but instead give it to you. Keep fighting the good fight. Remember, they have the power, but we vastly outnumber them. Thank you so much for that. Appreciate your support. And look, Disney has completely fucked Star Wars. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah.
Me having some enjoyment out of Andor up to this point doesn't change that, and it will never make them. It's like, our job is to give feedback. Our job is to give you an opportunity to make an informed decision, and that's what I've learned through all of this. When I didn't go watch Captain Marvel, when I didn't go watch Solo, a lot of people just were really like, man, I really wish you would have done that, wanted your feedback on it, all that stuff. And so, like, even with like House of the Dragon, I watched the first 2 episodes. I just couldn't get invested in it enough to worry about it. Mainly, there's a lot of shows going on, but there are other people out there, obviously, that are covering it in our world. And that's kind of what we're trying to do, is give you guys information. Then I'm a big believer in individuality. We tell you what we think, and then you make up your mind. Nobody has to watch anything. Nobody has to support anything. You do what you want with your time and money. I'm just here to give you my opinion so that you can make an informed opinion. That's what we're all kind of doing right now. So if you're into House of Dragon, I would definitely recommend watching Ryan's breakdowns, or Shad, or Gary and Mahler are doing a great job. Like, there's a lot of people in this world, So
great,
yeah. So I mean, there's a lot of people here, and that's why so many people have been pulled to, our little world here. It's because you're gonna find that, and then you can make whatever decision you want. Because we're not gonna tell you what you're supposed to do. We're just not. That's just not how we roll. Go ahead, Mike. You had something to say.
Well, I was just gonna say, part of the reason I think people are liking this show too is, She-Hulk doesn't really have much of a fucking plot. There's not really anything going on in the show, and really the only thing it has going for them is that it keeps fucking dangling the carrot every week of when Daredevil's going to show up, which is why you barely see any promotion for anything other than Daredevil for the show going forward, because they know that that's what everybody's tuning in for, is to see Daredevil again. But you have a show like Rings of Power, which very little has actually fucking happened. And guess what? Spoiler alert, it leads in the game, it leads into The Hobbit, and the spoiler alert, it leads into Lord of the Rings. But here's the thing, like, House of the Dragon, it doesn't have nearly as big a following as even Game of Thrones did. And so there are people that are surprised by the plot. And also, it's actually playing off of themes that it was set up in Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones told you, if you don't play the game, you die. And then we watched the Red Wedding happen, which was a shock because you didn't think that, because that's not how most stories play out. Most of the time, the hero wins in the end. This is the same kind of themes. You don't play the game, whether it's for good or for bad, whether you're a good person or you're a selfish piece of shit, it does not go well for you. And the people that are playing the game are the ones that slowly start to rise to the top. Like, that's what we've been seeing. The reason season 8 didn't work was because they stopped actually listening to the themes and just started placating to, well, this character's popular, or, well, McQueen is really strong, you know? But the fact is, like, the reason it's starting to gain popularity is because people are actually watching good story play out with themes and setups and payoffs and characters with motivations that are actually complicated and beyond just, well, woman strong, so I can do whatever I want and nobody will punish me for it. You know, we have Galadriel walking around with her dick hanging out, like yelling at everybody, telling them what she could do whatever the fuck she wants, and then the story responds by rewarding her with giving her whatever the fuck she wants. She tried to swim across the fucking ocean. And they're like, yeah, she can do it because she's fucking Galadriel. But here we go, a character that slept around, had a bunch of kids that weren't hers, and now all of a sudden it's all come back to bite her.
She's facing, that's my thing with that, and that's why I push back a lot against the fucking feminist whatever. Yeah, they have these lines where it is like these women are trying to address that, but the reality of the situation is different. And the reality of the situation is she's trying to do all these things and it's biting her in the ass. She's facing big, like, everything that's happening to Rhaenyra is her own fucking fault because she tried to live a life of lies and she tried to shirk her responsibility. She put her own self-interest ahead of her duty. And now she's getting fucked for it, just like anybody else would as well. Also, I just had to point out the outrage, which was my favorite part of post episode 5, when you get
my God.
presentation, and then you get really upset because one of the gay characters gets brutally fucking beaten and killed, and you started crying about it because that he dies in the book. He dies in the book, but when the Knight of Kisses right here gets his ass fucking destroyed and gets his face turned into meat, all the woke losers started crying about it because they can't do that. They're gay.
What is the?
You don't get plot armor because you're gay.
Nobody gets fucking plot armor.
They also started calling Kristen Cole a gay basher.
A homophobe for kicking it, for beating his ass. Yeah. But it's funny because, like, so in the book, Laenor is homosexual. He and Rhaenyra get married, and turns out they have this agreement they can just fucking keep sleeping with whoever they want. It's a marriage of, like, convenience for the realm. But Laenor's fucking gay lover does get killed. He also gets killed in this series. So shocker that the person who's supposed to die actually dies, and the woke losers get mad about it.
Yeah.
There's a picture. Keep talking, you two. There's a picture I want to pull up that was kind of like that scene you were talking about, Ryan. So I gotta put it in our private chat.
It exposes the hypocrisy once again, because if you actually want good storytelling, then whatever happens, but that's not what they want. They'd rather all the gay characters live and survive, and all the black characters do well and thrive, and all the white characters get bad stuff happen to them. Like, why would you call somebody a homophobe? He literally walked up to a dude, ran his mouth, and died, which is common themes in Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
You run your fucking mouth, you better be able to back it up, or you fucking die.
Yeah.
Like, it happens all the time.
And you're seeing, like,
Ryan, I've sent you the picture. You'll have to pull it up. It's on Messenger.
On Facebook? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, with Kristen Cole, dude, I fucking really like Kristen Cole's character. I hate him, but I love his character.
Yeah.
Because he's a guy who obviously would have done anything for Rhaenyra, and did. Rhaenyra made this man break his vows. Fucking break his vows of chastity, break his vows of all this stuff. And if he were caught, it would kill him. He has given up all of his honor. And at the end of the day, all she wanted him to do was continue to fucking break his vows. That's all she wanted out of him. So now he's gone completely fucking heel turn. And he's going to do anything he can to bring Rhaenyra down. And I love that.
So Ryan's about to pull this up. This is the greatest meme ever made, by the way. Kongman, everybody can see you had to leave because it shows our private messages when it pops up. But yeah, this is the greatest meme ever made right here. Like, this is perfect. That's racist. Why is the black guy the villain? Okay, change it. That's racist. Why does the black guy have to get shot? That's racist. Why is it only black people killing each other? That's racist. Why are there no black people in the movie? It's the greatest meme ever made, and this symbolizes the left. This symbolizes the social justice weirdos. You literally cannot satisfy these people, so don't ever try. The moment you try to satisfy these freaks, they're just going to find something else to be fake offended over. Every single time. Kongman, get the hell out of here. What you got going on, man?
Well, yeah, I just got to prep for an audition. I have an audition tape that I have to submit for
BTS?
tomorrow.
Good luck.
Dude, honestly, my dream is to be like in a Korean drama one day. But we don't know because, you know, Korean entertainment is becoming increasingly woke and westernized because of the influence of the United States. So that's kind of sad. But
You're welcome.
On that note, just to add to what you said, like, yeah, these are literal children in adult bodies. And so don't ever placate or pander to them because they'll just want whatever, because their whole ideology is built on narcissism, self-indulgence, and jealousy and envy, because they haven't really done much in their own life, and so they just try to project their misery onto others. And so I think, you know, like, these people are broken, miserable people. They honestly, I know Ryan might disagree with me, but I think they need love and they need care. But don't pander to them. Like, don't succumb and just don't pander to them, because again, they're children in adult bodies, and they need discipline. That's what they need. They need to be told no. And we just if we all just said no, then all this nonsense would stop.
I could feel Ryan just like cringing with you.
Like, no, we must hate them.
We'll never show them love.
But anyways, thank you guys so much for having me on again. It was super fun as always. You guys are the best.
Hey, man, good having you, bro. Thanks.
Absolute legend.
Okay, I think we have that clip from Beardo. I have to check it on Teams. I think he sent it in. But yeah, Kongman, thank you for beating the hell out of Johnny at Smash Bros. But also thank you for coming into Mario Kart and getting the hell beat out of you, because you couldn't hang. So
it was a warm up. I was rusty after traveling the world.
Have a good one, man. Take it easy.
All right, thanks. Good night, guys.
All right, bye. But yeah. So I don't know if we can pull it, if somebody can check that out. I don't know where he's sitting on Teams, because I got the notification about an hour ago, so I don't know if we've got that, so we can see if that's ready to go. Ryan, do you even know about this? So
I assume Beardo has a clip where he's like, "Thank you, Geeks and Gamers. You are all absolute legends."
It's so good. We have to see. I haven't heard it yet. So Krista set all this up with Jeff. So we'll see. We'll see what the deal is. So you may have to tune in for that, audience. So hang around. Let's see. DM says, who believes Salty only has 780,000 subs? Also, he thinks that something happened in 2020. But no, Salty should have millions at this point. Salty should have millions. So it's clear that Mama Susan's not a fan at all. But it is what it is. All right, we're going to read some super chats here soon. But again, if you guys were here for Salty was here. He was here for about an hour and a half, I feel like. It was a great to hear from him and to get his perspective on everything. And it was just an honor to have him here. It really was cool. So Mike is going to take the place of Salty, though. So we have representation. So just be Salty for the rest of the show. So,
yep,
okay.
I'll be a salty, half salty cracker.
Elon Musk replied to Chris Pavlovsky.
Did he? What'd he say?
He said, maybe worth talking at some point.
Holy shit.
It's like the most milquetoast response ever.
Yeah, but the fact
maybe
that
worth talking at some point.
Hey, but the fact that he's what is it?
Sorry, I just have to say that Jeff did an amazing job on this. Holy smoke.
Can you send it to Ryan, or do you want to share it yourself?
I'm sending it.
She's Canadian. She's Canadian.
Holy smokes.
Holy smokes, eh?
Hey, give us
a
give us.
Could have Kongman do it.
Yeah.
Holy smokes.
Hey.
Wow.
So I've seen all the crowd. You know, I've seen all the crowd. The crowd's been very big fans of Krista and Steph being here. But why don't you give them that voice that everybody loves, Krista?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Hey, yo, what up, everybody? This is the real me.
That's pretty creepy.
I saw some people.
I see you, Ryan. I see you, Mike. How y'all doing?
Fucking disgusting.
That
You
is
sound like you're gonna go work for the Biden administration.
Do the real creepy one.
Oh, that one's
yeah.
bad.
Hey, Ryan. So good to see you. Oh my gosh. Can we like hang out later? I'd love to hang out with you.
So fucking bad.
All right, you got to stop. You
Sound like
got to
James
stop.
Charles.
Yeah,
Hi,
that's right. You have,
Hi,
that's right. You have to do a genital check before you fucking do anything with that voice.
Oh God.
Oh my goodness, not
What is
good.
this? This is the 221B tactical.
Yeah.
It's so
All right,
good.
should we show it?
This
Yeah.
is gonna be our outros. Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna start putting this. I haven't even seen it yet, so I have no idea what we're about to see. So I'm seeing this first time.
All right, here we go.
What's up, Geeks and Gamers? Fear the Beardo here, and I'm here to tell you to go to 221B Tactical and become a legend by getting yourself a Geeks and Gamers t-shirt along with other merch that we have available for you. Be sure to check it out. The link is in the description. Tell your friends, tell your family, and represent Geeks and Gamers proudly.
Heck yeah.
That is awesome.
Good job, Jeff and
Wow.
Yeah,
Beardo.
that is awesome.
Yeah.
That's our new outro now.
That's gonna be great. Hell yeah! Shout out to Fear the Beardo. Shout out to Alaska Jeff. We got a great fucking crew here, man, and it's only the beginning. It's only the beginning. So
That's crazy.
yeah, that's good stuff right there. So hell yeah.
What happened?
Somebody in the chat said Krista sounded like Brittany Griner.
Wow.
Kind of does. Yes. So me and Nick, when I was on Nick's channel the other day, RIP Nick's Twitter account, by the way, we listened to an interview of Brittany Griner, and she's like, "Yeah, man, I'm just really happy to be able to play. It's been a great season. You know,
Yeah, man, I'm
played
just really
basketball
happy
a lot
to
when I
play.
was a kid, but."
Oh god.
No.
Oh
That's what
man.
I had to prove to everybody that Brittany Griner is in fact a woman. That's what I showed her missing all of her dunks.
Yeah.
Beardo's in the chat. What's up, Beardo?
Yeah.
Good to have you here,
No.
buddy. And yes, you can go to 221B Tactical. You can go get your Geeks and Gamers merch, your hat. The hoodie will be on there very soon. Hats, t-shirts, hoodies, badges, and much more to come. So, all right, Ryan, let's knock out some super chats.
All right. Buford T. Justice for $50. Salty is on Latin time. Steph knows how that is. Just remember, everyone, when things are looking bad, they could be worse. You could be a Dave Filoni and Clone Wars fan. Thank you, Buford.
That was
my
good.
back.
That was good. That was
My
good.
back.
That was good.
Diesel Alley for 50. Dan Vass got his whalebone by trapping one in his basement. It puts the lotion on the fin. Hey, Whale, can you help me load this couch in my van? I originally sent this to F&T a few weeks ago for Jeremy, but he left early. Hail, TNME.
That's awesome. My bad. I do have a hard out at 3-hour mark on F&T now because we have a Friday night premium stream that we do on Geeks and Gamers Play, and I have to knock out a couple of videos. So, yep. T-Dog Reviews says Jeremy complaining about the left when he does the same tactics. I mean, the left wouldn't have read your comment out for everyone to hear.
Yeah, thanks for your money, buddy.
No, he didn't even give me money. I just gave him a freebie. That's the whole point.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah.
Wow.
I just gave him a freebie.
Well, thanks for the watch, then.
The left wouldn't have done that one, but I did.
No, they would have banned you.
T-Dog Reviews,
Yeah,
you're happy
banned
to
from
be
chat.
here, and you can shit all over me. You can talk all the shit you want, and we like you here because you just help the algorithm. So thank you, buddy.
Thank you.
Someone named Retard Goober for $5. Ryan, please start a weekly show with Nick Rekieta. You're the Chris Gore to Nick's Gary Beegler, or maybe vice versa. You could call it The Wizard in the Nose. The Wizard, there's something grand about that. But Yeah, I mean, I don't think Nick has the time, but yeah, I think we do pretty well. I don't know how long that show would last. It might have to be a Rumble exclusive.
It really, yeah, that's definitely a Rumble
like,
exclusive right there.
Yeah, I feel like we feed off each other a little too much at times.
Yes, yes.
But yeah, I love Nick. I've been watching his channel forever, so I like anytime I get to talk to him, it's awesome.
Viper Chief,
I appreciate that.
Viper Chief, I read all of your comments, buddy. I read everybody's comments. I'm reading them right now. I'm reading all of these. So, yeah.
You can read.
Well, let's not ruin the narrative here. So.
Michael White for 20 doesn't say anything. Thank you. Then he sends another 20. Says boomer moment on the last super chat. My personal opinion is that the current writers in woke Hollywood need mandatory belly button replacement surgery to install glass marbles in order to look out and see where they are going. There you go.
I just want thin crust pizza after that meme that Ryan shared.
That was so good.
I think it's Domino's.
It's
like Domino's to me.
Yeah.
Some people are like, how dare you cut a pizza like that? Motherfuckers never been in the goddamn Midwest in your fucking lives. Steven Wasick for 20. Ivan's latest upload of Weebs and Waifus is a whole lot of what the fuck. I was face palming and yelling, why did you watch that? And why is this on the least tolerable platform for that kind of thing? Holy hell.
I mean, well, first of all, Ivan. Oh, go ahead.
Anime?
Well, of course you don't. But Ivan has been crushing it on Weebs and Waifus, so I definitely want to make sure give him a big shout out. He's been doing a really good job, and it's just been great to see because I wasn't sure we would start an anime channel just because of all the other stuff. But I had the same kind of hesitations about the D&D channel, and that's been fantastic. Arudai is crushing it over there. So Geeks and Gamers, just everybody involved, man. They're working their ass off, except for Jay. His channel's kind of dying, but everybody else is doing a good job.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. Space Pirate Ivan for 20. Salt must flow. Thank you, Space Pirate. James Tiberius Kirk for 20. G'day, Salty Cracker from Australia. Followed you from the start amongst the usual political pundits, Crowder, Jones, Shapiro. Appreciate you, mate. Hashtag WWG1WGA.
I'll pass that along to Salty. I'll make sure he gets it.
Yeah, we'll pass all these because I see a lot of super chats for Salty. We'll make sure he knows them all, guys. Thank you. Corey Bloomberg for 20. Thank you, Salty Cracker. It's because of you. Every time I sneeze or fart, I shout out, just blew my bottom surgery out.
Look at Steph. Look at Steph.
She has to clip his things. She knows
I know.
Corey Bloomberg. I just said that. Spiderclaw for 20. The thing to remember with this Deadpool thing is Disney. Some fans think Ryan and Hugh wouldn't let it happen, but the X-Men director said he don't study the material. He did what he was told. Ryan, DP2, race swap. Oh, Deadpool 2, race swap. Yeah, I don't think that this is going to be great. But I do think that it's going to be massive. I think it's going to be huge, whether it's good or not. I think it's going to do big numbers.
Old Man Rising just sent a $5 super chat. I think is pretty interesting. Josh on Nerd Theory said that they avoided becoming Ryan Kennel negative on Andor while obviously not watching his vids, being negative themselves. So the chat during Nerd Theory was telling Josh, don't become Ryan Kennel. Because I guess so Josh is essentially
Josh is stepping away from Star Wars because he didn't want to be negative about it or some bullshit.
So he's like, I guess he'll talk about it on Nerd Theory, but he's not going to talk about it on his channel because he's getting so much shit for being negative or whatever. It's like,
is he gonna be on Nerd Theory anymore?
Yeah. He'll still talk about it on Nerd. From what I understand,
there. Yeah. I mean, of course. Why wouldn't you want to?
Yeah.
Continue talking about it to a big audience like that? But
but it's just. You cannot let the internet, bother you. Like, you're gonna have opinions. Give your opinions and don't apologize for it. It's really not a complicated process, Like I've had, and again, I'm not pulling a J or a drunk 3PO, okay? And most of it's probably trolling, but I've had people like, oh, Jeremy's turned into a shill now because I've said Andor was okay. You know what I mean? Oh, Jeremy, lofty Jeremy, that's fine. That's part of the internet, man. Have fun with it. Roll with it. Who cares? Shout out to Disbrew for passing drunk 3PO and subs.
There you go. I'd be interested. Oh man, you say that Josh or the chat/Josh said they avoided becoming that. I wonder if Josh said that.
I don't think so, but I would be interested to know if he said that. I took it as the chat during Josh. The chat was saying not to become that.
Yeah, maybe. Be interesting. I know Josh unfollowed me on Twitter. That was weird. It happened a while ago, but you know how those things are. Don't want any negativity in your life, I suppose. Before movies, go ahead.
I want to unfollow you on Twitter.
Yeah.
Go. Well, now that Brie Larson liked my tweet, not yours, you have an excuse. Before movies suck for $20, TNME needs more community theater. Set the scenes. Actress Ana de Armas has just accused Viola Davis of attempting to groom her into slavery. Humble YouTuber Josiah Rises is the first to break the shocking story.
Of course.
Ryan, go. Oh, you want? Okay.
Go, do it.
There's been a lot of controversy surrounding the Woman King, Viola Davis. She's just going crazy with these stories of these slavers in Africa. Well, Ana de Armas has been her latest target of the woke Hollywood machine.
Spot on.
That is so good.
Shit. Yeah, it's way too good. Jay Schwalbach for $101 on Locals.
Woo.
Says, I was intrigued by Steph's Steph says it doesn't give you gay armor, so I googled it. You can buy it. There is a website. Ryan should check it out.
Oh my god.
What's the website?
Freaking hell. And then Flash for a $10 tip over on Stream. Over on Locals says, happy to be here and only a month out now before I head down to Orlando. Yes. So again, time is running out. Okay. So Orlando mods, if you want to drop links to that, the Orlando meetup, we're about a month away. All right. We're about a month away. Now the second meetup is completely booked. So if you want to RSVP for the first one, which is well over halfway booked, you need to do that soon. Also, if space permits, and I'm working on it, and I'll probably have you announcement next Tuesday on Tuesday night's main event, or Tuesday Night Titans, or Tuesday Night Tights, or whatever the fuck it's called. Next Tuesday I'll have an announcement, but essentially we're going to try to do a post meetup at City Walk Universal after the meetup. So if you missed us, or if you couldn't make it through the RSVPs, we're going to do it's an event that we're doing, no charge, obviously, except for like you got to do the parking or whatever it's going to charge to park at City Walk. That's, and we're going to just hang out there. We did that before. We're going to do it again. It's going to be packed out there, but there's a lot of food, there's music, there's stuff to do. It's going to be a lot of fun. So Orlando, we're going to paint the fucking town, man. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah. Do it.
We're going to paint the town Geeks and Gamers green.
That's right.
Nice.
There you go. Where the fuck was I? Let's see. Marcus Henry for 10. Hi, Krista Missa.
Hello.
Misa? Missa?
Hello.
Hi.
They're gonna stop super chatting
I
if you
just
keep
want
doing
to piss
that.
off
So
Ryan. That's all I want to do.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Yeah.
I gotta pee.
JS Pena for 2. Ryan Reynolds, the superior Ryan. Go fuck yourself. Thank you, JS Pena. Marcus Henry for 10. Bring Uche on. Nah, I'm good.
That's gonna be funnier.
But maybe one of these TNMEs will get him on.
Yeah.
He's busy trying to book Stefan Nicholson.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys saw that on Twitter. He actually thinks he's real. I convinced him that he's real. He's like, get him on my show.
He played for
Get
the
him on.
Char. Yeah, he played for the. Just tell me he played for the Jaguars while he was there. Alt lag for 10. Our favorite YouTube shyster lawyer's been nuked from Twitter. Check out Rickada's Locals page if you like the idea of an actual funny Howard Stern with a law degree and isn't a complete bitch. Yeah, Rickada did get nuked from Twitter, which sucks. So yeah, R.I.P. to
The Nose.
Big Nose.
Rip.
R.I.P. to the Nose's Twitter account. So hopefully, I know he's got a couple strikes on YouTube too, so hopefully he gets through those quick. JS Pena for 2. Ryan bought the Death Troopers book. Your thoughts? I think it's a cool book. It's a cool horror book. I don't think it's a great Star Wars book. I won't spoil it for you, but there's 2 characters that show up in it, and I kind of hate that they show up because it's like, okay, well, I know what's going to happen to them, so it removes a little bit of tension from the book itself. Colton Lynch for 10. Straight white man here. Public enemy number 1 to the media. Damn right, Colton. Blue Tiger for 5. Jay, can you get Hugh Jackman on FNT? Looks like he's gonna be busy.
I saw somebody asking if you can get Tuesday Night Titans on Friday Night Tights for Jay. So,
did you do Titans like tighten a bolt?
Yeah.
I don't speak English. I don't know English.
You should. You're not as bad as X-Ray Girl yet, though. X-Ray Girl on those Friday Night Tights polls are fucking terrible. Like, it's really bad. But you're getting there.
Feel so bad.
Getting there, but you're not there.
Well, yeah, but that's like hers are like really dumb nerd references. Like she doesn't understand some of like the nerd shit.
Yeah, no, she did one last week.
I don't know how to spell.
I need to go back to school. Listen, I'm Jay's daughter, okay? I'm Jay's daughter.
There were people in the Rumble chat earlier. We were talking about House of the Dragon, and they mentioned something about like the actors and how young they were when they started, something like 14. Because like that's the age they are in like the first episode, then they aged them up to like 18, and now it's like 10 years later. Someone said something about them being 14, and people thought they were talking about you, Krista. You're talking about the girl in the white tank top? She's 14? Are you fucking kidding me?
Got him, Leah.
No.
They thought they're gonna have to shame themselves after what they had just done.
Wow.
Marcus Henry for 10. Not gonna lie, I like Titans better.
There you go. I don't feel so bad. Thank you so much, Marcus. I saw your super chat. Thank you.
The Waltman for 5. The only good thing to watch now are the new episodes of the Soyless Matt Show from Dame Pesos. He's back and have meltdowns from 2020 to 2022, baby. It's true. Dame Pesos made his return. He's doing some Young Turks meltdowns over the past few years. That is very, very true. So shout out to Dame.
That's awesome.
Kyle Denson for 10. It's the Salty Cracker. Ripa and Salty in the same stream. Holy cow, tell me a better crossover. Well, didn't get it. Because Ripa's like fucking packaging up shit in his non-existent warehouse.
Packing up empty boxes.
Yeah.
Yep.
And now all these people that actually
boxes.
have copies of their copies of the book. Those must just be fake too, I guess.
Oh yeah, they're all fake. They're all paid.
Yeah, they're
posts.
fake. Yeah, he just paid. Yeah, he just paid him to take a fake book.
Yeah.
It's empty. There's no.
So funny.
Yeah.
Let's see.
These people are psychotic. These people are absolutely psychotic. They really are.
They are. Yeah.
Well, because no matter what, like it literally could be the greatest comic book ever written of all time, and they'd be like, well, it's he won't. The second won't be that good.
Look at how the racists like it.
There's no finish line. There's no finish line with these people.
Nope.
It's just gonna keep going.
They keep saying that we hate everything, and they're just looking.
They're the ones hating.
They're
on it.
looking for something to hate.
Yeah.
Oh.
Rumble for $6 from Crackalacata. Crackalack. I don't know how to fucking say that. Crackalacata. Whatever.
Yeah.
But thank you. All stream chats belong to us, Salty Army. Yeah, right. And then Tweak for 5. You stay past 7:30 avocado time, Salty. You stay all night and entertain us.
I love it, man. I love the Salty Army. I love the passion and everything from the entire, kind of side of this internet we have. It's great. And I hear from people all the time about how they just love the enthusiasm and the energy that they see during the Friday Night Tights chat, or this one, or Mario Kart, or obviously Salty's just got a legendary chat. It's great, man. That's because you guys are the difference maker. We're here, we're the on-air personalities, but literally nothing without the audience. That's the truth. That is the 100% truth, and there's no way to spin that or anything like that. We are over 20,000 subscribers on Rumble now, so thank you guys for continuing to support us on Rumble. I do think Rumble's making some great moves. They really are. And locals is another thing, that is an element to Rumble, and there's going to be more intertwining that I believe in the future for sure. They've done a lot. I've had a lot of discussions with locals, and the gaming side of things is doing really good over there, and you love to see it. You know what I mean? You love to see it. No, it's not. It's not a G4 chat, Dirk Mathers. It's absolutely not. Someone in the chat was asking about the Geeks and Gamers logo and what's the story behind it. I've talked about that in streams before, you know, but it's really just it's meant to look like a superhero mask. And you know, if you go back to Batman the animated series and some of the comic, like, you know, Green Arrow's mask, if you look at it, it's pretty close to that. And then I took the 2 Gs that's back to back. That's how that came to be. So and it has evolved a lot. It has evolved a lot over the years. If you look at the original design, God, the original design is so bad now looking at it. But we actually did some changes to it. And then it was green. Now it's white. But it's that was a Ryan Kennel. He told me he's going to quit if I didn't change it to white. So
yeah, I don't feel comfortable with it.
Wow.
Let's see. Citizen Lynn's over on Rumble with a $5 Rumble rant. You just got the salty bump. Yeah, we knew we would have a great, huge audience over here with having Salty on. So, especially on Rumble. It helped a lot on Rumble, that's for sure.
That's
and
awesome. Salty's a fucking superstar.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is. I know there was a Rumble rant earlier.
Oh,
I don't
man,
know.
there's a palm tree that fell down in Key West, Florida. Oh my God. Hurricane's getting bad.
Oh, fuck.
The palm tree fell down, guys. John Thomas for $5. Hail to Steph. She was brutal on toxic femininity on Monday.
Yes, I am on Toxic Femininity on Midnight's Edge channel. Yeah.
Steph's every fucking where at this point. Like, she's everywhere.
Might be on more
She's
streams than I
working.
am.
I don't know why
She's almost got my Shorts channel to 1,000 subscribers.
It's true. Yes, subscribe to Arcalpo Shorts.
with no advertising. I haven't pushed it at all. I've just been putting shorts out to see what it does. So.
I don't know why the fuck she's on Mario Kart. She's fucking terrible. Like, she's terrible.
Hey.
There's the one thing she can't
She's good
do.
at Animal Crossing.
I'm great at Animal Crossing.
She has a 5-star
Get
rating.
me
You don't do-
80,000 subscribers on Animal Crossing channel. Let's go on Twitch.
Jeremy's island is like deserted. There's just
What is?
vents everywhere.
Wait. What the fuck does being good at Animal Crossing even mean?
Real
Hey,
gamer.
I have
It
designed
basically just
it.
means you have good organizational skills. It's a
I have
fucking game for
designed it.
women.
Half the island is Harry Potter. The other half is very zen.
There you go.
It's a game for women. Like, it's just organizing shit. That's
I
all
want to
that
see
fucking
Ryan
is.
play it. I want to see
Very
Ryan
cute.
play it.
I love my island.
If-
I have Ryan on my
I'm
island.
not good at organizational shit.
You can go fishing.
I've seen everything outside of what that camera sees at his house. Can confirm he is not good at organizing at all. It's really
It's a mess. Yeah.
There's Mountain Dew bottles. Even the old label from like back in fucking like 2016. He's probably got a few of them laying there too.
I can just show you right here. Here's one bottle. Here's fucking 2 water bottles. 3 water bottles.
Wow.
They're all empty.
I typically don't leave mine on my desk.
Oh,
Yeah,
dude,
that's
it's
too
so
much.
bad.
I ain't talking about you.
It's so
Mine's all over
Oh.
I don't want to throw the empty Diet Coke
Oh
in
my
beer
gosh.
cans because they're probably got a little bit in them. But
Dang.
It's my
Oh,
piss jug
man.
In case
Can't
I get an
relate.
emergency.
I will continue to be terrible at Mario Kart because I have to represent the 12th place gang.
You're really
There you
bad. Maggie T
Really
for
bad.
20 or for 19.99 says thank you for always entertaining me almost every night and always making me laugh. Epic Mike missed you on Sunday. It wasn't the same without you screaming and swearing. Yeah, Mike
True.
was not there for
true.
Mario
I
Kart.
missed Mike.
No. I was watching Fellowship of the Rings. I was having a great night. I was like, oh my God, this is what I've been missing on Sunday. Time with my fucking family and watch a movie that I enjoy. And then, yeah.
We ended the stream and I was like, I don't have a headache.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's why I went 3 hours because I didn't have a headache. About around the 2-hour mark, Mike gives everybody a headache, and I'm like, I have
That
to end
legitimately
this.
bothers me, though, that, yeah, nobody got a headache. I'm like, oh, fuck.
Oh
I
man.
appreciate that.
But yeah, so it has been a freaking awesome stream so far. We're gonna go for another 20 minutes, try to catch up on some of these super chats, and then if we don't get to all of them, we will do the square up on D-Day Cobra on my personal channel. I will cover that on Thursday. I had a great stream over there this last Thursday. That was super awesome.
Yeah.
SPD girl, when do we get the real life Fortnite 1 back up and 2? Alaska Jeff, when is that going to be on Geeks and Gamers Play? When is part 2 going to be ready to go? And then that's when I'll re-release part 1 along with part 2. So when is that happening, SPD girl? I mean, when does that happen in Alaska, Jeff? SPD girl wants to know.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's go on. Fuck.
Bless you.
The hurricane sneezes. But so we don't know when it's going back up yet. It's dependent on Jeff. Is that what you're saying?
He said part 2's almost ready to go. So I wanted to wait to put part 1 up, and then part 2 is going to launch like the very next day. You know what I mean? So that's essentially what I'm doing.
Got it. Michael White for 10. On a personal note to Ryan, be safe, man. This storm may be turning, but it's possible it's still going to suck like all things Disney in our area, Lake Orange counties, the next couple days. Yeah, I mean, like,
I've been through a lot of hurricanes here in Florida. I've been through a lot. I've had to evacuate a few times. I don't know
closer to like the coast.
I am. I'm very close to the coast. But even inland you're not out of the. It's like I haven't looked at the track in the last few hours, so I don't know what type of shift it might have made. But the last time I looked at the path, you were on the bad side of the storm. So.
When I looked at it a couple hours ago, the eye was supposed to go right over my house at one point. So
honestly, it's almost better than being on
just the slightly to the right of it or whatever.
Yep. So I'm trying to look right now to see what the updated path is.
I'm in a good area. Like I'm pretty spread out from a lot of stuff in my neighborhood. I don't have trees in my yard or anywhere close that could come down. I don't have any power lines. I have all underground shit in my area, which is why we typically almost never lose power, even for hurricanes.
Ooh,
so
fancy.
I think I'll be okay. The thing that would be terrible is if I can't make a video. I'm going to fucking be really pissed.
Use that data. Use that phone data.
Oh, I will. I won't be like Josiah's bitch ass. Like if power goes out, I'll be fucking. I'll sit there. I'll fucking put it up by candlelight, and I'll like make a video about the latest She-Hulk thing that happened. So it'll happen.
Is that true?
Jack Hudson
Marvel
for
toy guys. You hear the Blade director dropped out. I haven't been paying attention to that project at all. Is that something that recently happened or what? Blade with what's his name? The hell's his name?
Mahershala Ali.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it just happened. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, he just ahead of the production.
What did he say? Thank you, Marvel
I'm
Toys
not sure.
guys.
What happened? The director?
Due to continued shifts in our production schedule, Bassam is no longer moving forward as director of Blade, but will remain as an executive producer on the film.
That's a bullshit role. So that basically just means, all right, if we're having creative differences, so we'll just give you this title. If you just shut the fuck up, you'll still get paid. That's basically what that means. So
They've moved it twice apparently, and then it's been going under several rounds of script rewrites, which is code for the story was fucking dog shit.
It's the same as She-Hulk.
Is that supposed to be a series, not a movie, correct? Right?
I think it's supposed to be a movie.
Okay.
Blade is a movie, yeah.
Okay.
PG-13.
Yeah, PG-13 Blade.
Jack Hudson for 2.
Just watch the
Happy
original
Dog
Blade.
sticker. Thank you for the happy dog. Wayward Culture for 10. Hey guys, hope you're all doing well. Still trying to get in touch for channel help. Is Twitter and email still the best way? Know you're busy, not trying to bug you. Love what you do. Thanks again. I actually got an email from you. I know you put a couple links. I think it was email. It might have been Twitter. Either way, I did see a message from you. I need to take a look at some of your the videos you sent me. But yeah, Twitter and email usually the best. Just if we don't respond after a week, send another one. It's typically the best way, I think. But yeah, we got a lot of shit going on. Jared the American for 2. I'm on Truth Social. Also, let the salt flow. Thank you, Jared the American.
Ryan, we need to get you on Truth Social, buddy.
Yeah, I'm on
Yeah.
Truth Social.
They have a fucking app?
No.
Android app yet?
No, it got denied. Android denied them.
Well, what am I supposed to do?
They have a
Get an
desktop.
iPhone.
They have a desktop browser.
Oh, cool. I guess I do need to get on Truth Social.
You know you need to.
I do know I need to. Marcus Henry for I signed up. Like I signed up initially, they never fucking emailed me.
I never got that email either when I signed up, and I never got anything confirmed. And then Steph had to go. You save my username for me. Shout out to Steph.
Yeah.
And
there's probably a fucking guy. Well, I'm not gonna say anything. Marcus Henry for 10.
I'll make you one.
Thank you. Marcus Henry. I think Rumble should be more normie culture friendly. more normie / culture friendly, not just right wing YouTube.
I agree.
We agree,
100%.
which is kind of what we're trying to bring to it. So.
Yep. No, I mean, that's 1,000. This is what I've told them. Okay. And they know that, like, especially some of the contacts that I have there, but you're not going to be successful if the first thing and the second thing and the fifth thing and the eighth thing you see on that platform every day is Trump's face. You're just not. And I don't mean that because Trump's bad. I love Trump, but you're trying to appeal to a broad, wide audience. The people that love Trump are there. And we want him to be there. We want to see him there, but it can't be all over the platform. We need to see video game content. We need to see how to change your fucking spark plugs on a 1982 Datsun or some bullshit. You know, random shit that made YouTube become what YouTube has become. And that's ultimately what's going to make that platform grow. That's why we are over there. That's why we continue to talk about it. Gaming is a huge, huge element. But there's some little back end stuff they're going to have to do to make it more normie friendly for your average streamer out there. So hopefully it'll happen.
Yeah, hope so. I think it will. Alex McCarthy for 2. My Deadpool 3 video is my first to 500 views. Let's fucking go.
Let's go.
Good job, Alex.
Good job.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
Hell
doing
yeah.
well.
Let's see. Crackalactaca, is that how you say this? Jeremy just said crack, laughing my ass off. I just banned from Truth. I'm too salty for them. Is it Crackalactaca? Is that how you say your name?
That's what I was trying to say earlier. It's really tough.
Oh, he thought you were me.
Crackalac-
He thought you were me. I said Jeremy butchered my name.
Crackalactaca.
Crackalactaca. Look, man. I'm from
Crackalactaca.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it. Fucking Alabama motherfuckers know what's up.
It feels like there should be another in there. Crackalacataca.
And then Citizen Lynn says crackalactic LOL. You guys are hitting the rumble rants over there. Thank you. Fantastic, Mr. Knox. This has been a great stream, especially with Salty on. Thoroughly entertained. That's our job, to entertain you, also give you our unfiltered opinions. That's what we're going to continue to do. That's why we continue to talk about Rumble and Odyssey as well. I couldn't do Odyssey tonight because you only have 2 sources without doing the restream bullshit. So that's why I did Rumble and YouTube tonight. So
He said it's wrong. He said his name wrong.
oh fuck. What?
I think it's Crackalactica. Like
Crackalactica.
Galactica. Yeah,
Crackalactica?
Crackalactica. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It makes more
okay.
I want to tell you what your name should be. Crackalacataca. That is the
No, it's
best
like
way to say the
Galactica,
name.
like Crackalactica.
Well, I know, but Crackalacataca. That
doesn't sound right.
That sounds
Crack.
fucking dope.
No.
Though. What are you talking about? That's your name from now on.
No.
Crackalacataca.
Oh, you can't do that, Ryan. No.
Joe Ball for 10. Death is live on Indiegogo. My super epic 300-page comic that's about $100 from 69K. We could probably get Joe Ball to 69.
I
Then we
think
can get him
so.
to 69. Go
I
check
think so.
out.
69.
Go to IGG, go to Indiegogo, and search Death to get into that magic number.
Krista, I just forwarded you an email, a new premium member trying to get Discord access. So, Tweak626 says, LOL, the Legion is still here and the salty mods are tossing money at Geeks and Gamers. Hey, I'm okay with it. And I heard back, Salty had a great time tonight. So,
Yeah, he did.
yeah.
Nice.
Hell yeah, man.
After he boomered his way through it. We have to roast him a little bit for that.
Yeah.
Because he's the reason we used Zoom tonight.
That's
we wanted to
right.
use Zoom to bring Salty in.
Yeah.
And he's fucking fumbling around like he's never used it before. Agent X for 5. Hugh Jackman's back. Also, I hope you're all staying safe from the hurricane. Best wishes. Dry so far.
So far, so good. I'm waiting. So right now it's at 120 miles an hour. It's a Category 3.
It's been that way. Like, it's also moving super fucking slow.
Well, the more it moves slow, the more it has the opportunity to intensify. But I think it's supposed to potentially get to a Cat 4. But by the time it makes landfall, it's supposed to make it drop to a 2. If it makes landfall at a 4, that's a fucking problem. A strong 2, I'm fine with. I'll sit at home all fucking day long. I'll sit on the front fucking porch on a 2. When you start talking 3, You don't fuck with a 3. And when you start talking about a 4, and again, it's all relative to like where you're at, what the surrounding circumstances are. I think Ryan said like he doesn't have a lot of trees around, so that's actually a really good thing to not have a lot of trees around or lines like that, power lines. I've been through 4s before. I didn't stay for it, but when I get home, like no damage whatsoever. But I've seen like the house next to me just fucking leveled. You know what I mean? It's really crazy. So I don't know what the pressure's at 952, that's pretty low. It's not the lowest I've seen for a Cat 3, but yeah.
You're saying that this Geeks and Gamers meme that got tweeted out today is accurate?
Yes, that's 100%. Did Blabs do that? Good job, Blabs. That's a 100% accurate right there. That is it.
This is also accurate. Someone says Ryan Kittle will just go out and scream at it.
That is true. That is true. So yeah, 4 or 5 means get the F out. So if Weather Channel will quit running fucking commercials,
I keep seeing Burger King or Hardee's.
Yeah, it's all they're fucking doing, right? You know, Weather Channel loves this shit. You know, they get happy, like, oh man, category 4 ratings. Let's get some advertisements, and then they're going to, oh, we really care about you. No, the fuck you don't. You are so happy right now that people are about to die and destruction is going to happen. So you can send Jim Cantori out there to pretend like the wind's blowing 10 billion miles an hour.
I love every time they do all the different possible tracks, and like most of them like kind of make sense. There's this one that looks like a fucking drunk dude driving. You're like, there ain't no way the hurricane's doing that.
I'm about to send you. Let me see if I can find it. This one right here. I think this is it. Yeah, here. I'm gonna send you a link, Ryan. Pretty sure this is it right here. Oh, wait, no, that's the response of them faking it. So I'm trying to find the one where that guy was like acting like the wind was blowing him over. You remember that one? And then these guys were just like...
the guy was behind him.
Yeah. So I'm trying to find it. Did they all get these... That video may have been taken down. I can't find it. I wonder if they copyrighted all of them. Wow. Is this it?
Oh, my God. Hold on, we gotta.
Did you find one?
I found something better, I think.
Okay.
Hold on, let's go here.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh God!
I haven't watched the whole thing yet, but I know it is gonna be from that. Steven voiceover. Got to get ready for hurricane season.
To be clear, if you're in a state where hurricanes often strike, like Florida or the Gulf Coast or into Texas, a vital part of preparing for hurricane season is to get vaccinated now. Everything is more complicated if you're not vaccinated in a hurricane or natural disaster hits.
No.
Great.
I gotta pause it too because I don't want to get hit.
Oh my God.
That's really fucking good.
That's
Really
so
fucking
funny.
That's the perfect use of that scene.
Oh no!
Oh my God.
God.
Oh my goodness!
God.
Holy
Good job.
shit!
It's actually really fucking
Oh
good.
wow!
Oh man!
That's so good.
Oh.
Good job, Steven voiceover. I'm sure that'll be in a quartering video soon.
Yes. Woo!
good.
That's really good. See if you can find the Weather Channel guy where there's 2 guys walking behind him, Ryan. So it's is this it right here? Here it is. I found it. I'll send it to you. Holy shit! Like this is so funny to watch because they look. These guys are putting their lives on the line. There's no doubt about that. I've been through all these storms. They are, but they're absolutely overselling it. Like you guys want to call like all these people that don't like wrestling, like oh wrestling's fake. You know what else is fake? Literally every fucking thing you watch on TV. Okay, this is faker than anything you've ever seen in wrestling. Okay, that is a fact.
And wrestling's not fake; it's scripted.
100%. 100%.
Look at this.
So fucking good.
Okay, picking it up here. Coast going, we're in one of these vans.
Oh no!
It's how like this shit's not blown around at all.
That's embarrassing, man.
So bad, dude.
He has his hood on.
That's pretty rough.
Holding on to
Oh my
it.
god.
Wow.
Oh man, that's really fucking good right there. All
Hurricanes
right.
are crazy, dude. Just like looking at them, they're cool.
Oh, they're fascinating. I mean, I love the build up to the hurricane, the anticipation to kind of see where it's going and to make the decision. Are we gonna evacuate? Well, yeah, but it's just like I've talked about it a lot. Like I like the sense of everybody being on the same page on something. So like everything goes out the window. All the bullshit that you see, all the people being fake as fuck, all that shit goes out the window when a fucking hurricane comes to town.
Even
Suddenly,
Alabama and Auburn fans, are you fighting
straight
over
up.
gas?
So, oh fuck yeah, we'll fight over gas. Fuck them motherfuckers. Roll Tide. But no, like everything kind of it puts shit in perspective. When it happens, everybody gets on the same page. There's no more bullshit. I think I got a lot of that from when I worked in retail because it became like shit got real. You know what I mean? It turned into like people couldn't be lazy as hell. It's like, no, we got a fucking hurricane and we got 5 trucks of water and canned food coming and all this, and everybody's got to fucking step up now. You know what I mean? It wasn't no more of like standing around lazy fucking losers. Like everybody had to step it up, and I always appreciated that urgency was created because I was surrounded by a bunch of people that didn't ever do that. Usually they're just lazy as fuck, and I'm one of the few people that were working. And so spending time in retail, because that's grocery stores is the main place that gets hit, in the anticipation to a hurricane. So
when I was working at the golf course, we had a tornado that we had a bad storm that they anticipated a tornado coming in, really bad fucking thunderstorm, and we were trying to get everybody off the golf course to come in and shelter because we knew it was going to be bad, and we were trying to get all the carts inside the garages so they wouldn't be fucking like torn away or go blown away, whatever. And I was just sitting there waiting. I had like a couple minutes because we had been running around crazy, and I can see like where the line of the wind basically, because you had a freshly plowed field across from the golf course where I worked, and you see a cloud like start coming, and you see it come towards you, and then boom, all of a sudden it was about like 60-mile-an-hour winds, like out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
And I was walking like that guy. I was trying to run and could barely move against the wind. And we looked up in the sky and we saw a funnel cloud that was basically tilted on its side, just kind of rotating around up there.
Jeez.
It never fucking actually came down or touched, but you could just kind of see it thinking about it, peeking out as we're fucking like putting away carts, like putting away golf carts instead of getting inside. But
It's wild. It's wild. Okay, so let's knock out a couple more and we'll call it a night, Ryan.
All right. Ministry of Wrong Thing for 10. A mechanic and a doctor walk into a bar. The mechanic says to the doctor, I can't believe how many leaky
I didn't read this.
I had to stop it.
Ministry of Wrong Thing. Mechanic and a doctor walk into a bar. The mechanic says to the doctor, I can't believe how many leaky starts with a T and rhymes with grannies. It's another word for transmission. I've had to fix today. The doctor replies, OMG, same.
Oh my god.
Thank you, Ministry of Wrong Thing. Zenny Biscuit for 2. Can Jay get Italy's prime minister on FNT? She's a Tolkien fan.
That would be badass. That would be badass.
She would fit in too.
Yeah, be badass. I saw
Tech
someone say
Lord-
there's an updated path that's going to be Cat 4. Really? I can't like listen to. I'm watching Weather Channel, but they're not showing me anything that I can read right now. I just see the pressure
Cat
went
4's
up.
trending right now.
Well, the pressure went the pressure was 952. So now it's 953. Pressure needs to go down if it's intensifying. But the next advisory is at 2 a.m. So we just got an advisory. Okay, so the new advisory still has 120 at Cat 3, but I guess they're saying it's going to intensify. That's interesting with the pressure going up just slightly. But so it's going to make landfall between Fort Myers and Sarasota. And at that point, Ryan's gonna get fucking hammered.
Yeah, it's
So-
coming right at me.
Yeah,
Oh
it's
my
coming
God.
right at me.
It looks like it's gonna have a direct hit on Orlando. Now, of course, that's fairly inland, so I don't know if it'll even be a Cat 1 by that point of making landfall, but you're still going to get a shit ton
We're
of
gonna get a lot
wind
of
and rain and
Like,
potential
the rain
tornadoes.
is- the tornadoes and the rain, because there was like at one point they were saying that they were predicting like 3 inches of rain per hour, which is a lot of fucking
That's a
rain.
lot. That's a lot. That's a lot.
Yeah.
I
So
see
they're-
Red
they're-
Tiger saying that's what they're saying. Okay.
Yeah. They're worried about like freshwater flooding kind of thing. You know what I mean? So with like lakes and ponds and rivers and things like that, that's one of the things they're worried about. For the
Just
area.
remember,
But-
Ryan moved to Orlando for Geeks and Gamers, so if he dies, we're going to do a stream to make money off of it. So.
And this is the first hurricane I've been through in Florida. It's
know.
like the fucking worst one we've been hit with in
This
a
is
while.
a really bad one. Like, if it makes
Yeah.
landfall at 4, that's serious shit,
What was
man.
Hurricane Andrew? What was that?
Andrew was a 4 at landfall, I believe. It was
Yeah.
either a strong 3 or a 4. So
I remember my grandparents talking about that, or my great grandparents, because they lived in Florida at the time. So they used to talk about going through that.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I'll never have to live through a hurricane.
Well,
I live in Indiana. To be fair, I would rather have a hurricane than a tornado, but now we're dealing with both.
Well, that most tornadoes produce, or most hurricanes produce a ton of tornadoes, so that's the problem. So what's funny is I was breaking 911 on Twitter. They made a tweet about the hurricane, and I swear, man, every fucking reply was like, "Don't care, I live here. Don't care." I was like, I fucking love the internet. Like, don't care, I live here. Don't care, I'm in Wisconsin. Don't care, I'm in Canada. L plus ratio. By the way, did Quartering get ratioed on his fucking tweet? Did Quartering get
one?
ratio about Deadpool? He even ratioed himself, I think, because he knew he was going to get hammered.
He's like, who cares about this or something?
Yeah, but then he
I did see that.
look and see if he did. Shout out to the Quartering, who was on Tuesday night's main event last week. And you'll probably see him some more too. All right, right here.
He's gonna make a video about it.
All right, so you killed
Guys,
him
go
in
to
Logan.
Twitter right now. Look at
What?
Soldier's Spirit made him meet.
That'll be me.
Oh my god!
Show it,
What?
Ryan.
Hell yeah!
Oh,
You gotta show.
I don't know. I don't know what the.
Yeah.
I'm not playing the audio because I'm on
Wow.
Streamlabs, so I can't hear it. But that is Ryan. Holy shit!
That's so good.
I plan on getting some fucking videos out of it.
Make it a reality.
Oh man.
Good.
I'll at least get a viral TikTok or something, you know?
Oh, that's awesome. That is good stuff right there. Dude, we still got 3,000 people here. That's great.
crazy.
Main event grows every fucking week.
Every week.
It's insane. Thank you guys so much. I remember we started this show. It was before Ripa was a millionaire. You're welcome.
Yeah,
You're
he used to
welcome,
show
Ripa.
up.
Yeah, you're welcome, Ripa. That's what Tuesday night's main event does for people. It makes you millionaires. But yeah, I mean, we were hitting.
Just not me and Jeremy.
Yeah, I heard that. We were hitting like 1,200, 1,300 people when we first started it. You know what I mean? And now like we're pushing over 4. Salty here gave us a bump. We got like 55 tonight. It's growing.
That's crazy.
It's doing exactly what Gary said it would do. So,
Well, for real though, I don't even think we've kind of underplayed it. Big shout out to Ripa for like closing out the Ripaverse at 3.7 million.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
I think he had like 43. Was it 43,000?
42,000. I think it was
purchases?
42,000 individual purchases. So
Yeah, very close to
go-
43 or something like that.
Yeah.
So, and he's working his ass off, him and his team, getting all those books out. So it's cool to see, man. I can't wait to get all my shit.
Yeah,
I probably made it really hard on them because I ordered 4 separate times. So.
I'm excited.
Yeah, it's great, man. And obviously, whatever he needs, we got him. He'll be here he'll be back on this show no time. Right now, it's a tough time for him in terms of just
and
getting.
it's Lady Ripa's birthday. I think he would have been here, to be honest.
He would have. Well, he told me he wanted to be here because he said, "Dude, I want to be there for Salty. I want to be there for Salty." So he definitely wanted to be here tonight, and he told me he was going to try to make it. But obviously, he's got a lot going on, man. So, but Ripaverse we're not even started on it. Like he hasn't even done it yet. Wait till that happens. These people are melting down. He ain't even shipped it yet. You know what I mean? Like they are losing their minds. The dots that they're connecting is insane. Yeah. So yeah, it's wild to see all of this. But all right, I'm trying to look and see what they're saying. So I'm pretty much going to miss all of this. By the way, it's not going to touch.
You might get
I might get some outer bounds
bands or something.
Yeah.
But
so, but yeah, none of it's unless it does some kind of crazy turn, which I really can't see it taking any more of a turn right now. Wow.
What?
Rain still to come, 12 to 18 inches in the Orlando, Central Florida area, and some 24 inches it's calling for.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
That's what I was saying.
So flash flooding is very likely from Ocala down to south of Orlando and all the way to Tampa. I have not been paying. I normally do pay attention to hurricanes because I'm kind of fascinated by hurricanes, but I haven't been paying attention to this, so I don't know if it's a big rain producer. It's moving at 10 miles an hour, which
so slow.
That's not ultra slow, but it is slow, and so I'd say that's like middle of the road for hurricane speed. But if it slows down just a tick once it hits so if it goes down to like 8 miles an hour, that's going to produce more rain because it's going to be overland more, and it's just going to dump rain. So it's probably going to be a heavy rain producer, and that's the problem. That's going to be a big problem. And then obviously the tornadoes.
I just saw them do this fucking wind forecast. I don't think I'm gonna get hurricane force. I think they predicted, to dissipate. So it'll be like 60, 70, but I don't think it'll be like 100 or anything.
Yeah.
We'll see. Either way, I'll be fucking fine. Again, I said at the beginning of the stream, this hurricane is named Ian. Ian is a bitch name. I'll be fucking fine. Name him something more intimidating. Ivan. If it was Hurricane Ivan, I'd be worried.
Why? Because Ivan Ortega?
No, because of Ivan, like the Russian people.
I know.
Well, those Mexicans are dangerous.
We had a Hurricane Ivan.
They are unwanted.
Criminals.
That hurricane's illegally immigrating into into my state. Kick them out. Build a seawall.
The criminals, they're drug dealers. Yeah.
They're not sending their best.
No.
Keck Lord Gray for 10. Have comics need to sell. ASM low issues. Gru, Conan, etc., etc. And thanks for having Salty on. Thank you, Keck Lord Gray. Appreciate
Salty
it.
is always welcome at Geeks and Gamers. I love that guy, respect that guy, and do anything in the world for him, man. Really would.
Anything.
Well, I'd make Ryan do.
Job.
I'd make Ryan do anything, but I have the power
to pay me some of that money. Nuclear Winter Gamer for 5. Jeremy, I am not gay. I'm just not on time. Ice-T says, I got news for you. That's a super chat.
Unfortunately, I didn't have the big gulps, but I wish I would have had that clip when Salty came on. Like, all right, well, see you later.
Yeah, and I was like right in the middle of my She-Hulk thing, and then he pops in.
How do you become a cat on here? Isn't that what happened to that one guy on Zoom?
Yeah, I was looking for that.
Shit.
Apps.
Where
I
is
wanna be a
that?
cat.
I know how.
It's
Hold
under
on.
apps, right?
Wait, where's that
no,
clip
no,
though? Where's that clip? Pull that clip up. That shit's
That's
funny.
my favorite clip ever.
Zoom
I
cat.
don't know.
Right here.
Hold on.
Just type Zoom cat filter lawyer right there. That's it.
He's
yeah.
like, I'm not an actual
It's
cat.
got
I gotta
16 million.
download these filters.
Look at it. I want to be that. How do you do that? How do you be that?
I gotta
whole chat's
download the
gonna call me a
filters
cat.
too, and I can do it in a second.
Well, the whole chat's gonna call me a cat.
Ryan,
all the
get the
time.
cat filter video off YouTube. Oh my God, look at Ryan.
Oh my gosh!
Oh,
Wow. He's a dog or a bear.
Oh no.
that. I want to do that.
This
I was
is
looking for it.
dumb.
Why do the
looking for
guys
it before
have
the
it and
stream
not the
started.
girls? What the heck?
Goofy's a cow.
A cow.
Goofy's a cow. It's not a cow.
Wow.
Krista's so jealous right now.
I am. How do you do that? No one's telling me.
What is right?
I want all this. Apps.
was
I think
that?
it's an apps.
We need to calm down.
No one's telling me.
I don't know. What is this? Look at this tiny little hat I have.
It's mainly just because you have a big forehead. That's the reason the hat looks small.
Where you put that?
Okay. So
Ryan, pull up the cat filter, guy.
Wait, he's talking. He's talking. What did you say? Sorry.
I don't know how to
find
find
your videos. It's a little arrow.
Yeah.
Video settings.
Uh-huh.
Yep. And then I believe it's in background and effects.
Yeah.
This is the first
there
time
we go.
Chris has
Is this
ever cared what Mike
There's
had to
3
say.
virtual backgrounds, video filters, and avatars.
See, I don't have avatars.
I don't have video filters.
Neither do I. Oh.
I don't have. I have video filters.
Yeah, video
Oh, there's
filters. We've
studio
had those for a
effects.
while.
What's this? I can make my lips different
Oh,
colors.
that's kind of cool. Hold on, look at that.
That is kind of cool. Ryan, pull up the lawyer.
The lawyer. Oh,
yeah,
you pull up that clip.
Zoom cat filter lawyer.
Oh,
This is the
I thought
best
you were.
thing.
I was looking for the cat filter. Like I was looking to try to get it.
Oh my
There
god,
you
Mike.
Wow.
Ryan the pig.
That was
All I have
DSP
is
for a
this.
second.
Hello.
Yeah, that's all I have too.
Here we go. Here we go.
I'm not a cat.
This is so good. Hang
I
on,
love
hang on,
it.
hang on, hang on, hang on, hang on.
Video settings. You might want to. Take a
We're
look.
trying to. Can you hear me, Judge?
I can hear you.
Don't full screen it, Ryan.
It is, and I don't know how to remove it. I've got my assistant here. She's trying to, but
So sad.
I'm going to go forward with it. I'm here live. I'm not a cat.
I'm here live.
not a
I'm not a cat. I promise.
Start it
I'm not
one
a
more.
cat.
Start it one more time. It was cutting off the bottom of the screen when you.
I believe you have a filter.
This
turned
sound he
on
makes.
in the video settings. You might want to.
Oh.
Can you hear me, Judge?
I can
Bad.
hear you. I think it's a filter. In the,
It is, and I don't know how to remove it. I've got my assistant.
I love that.
I'm prepared to go forward with it. I'm here live.
I'm not sure how to
I'm not a
remove
cat.
Wait, go back to the beginning of the video, the very beginning.
Yeah.
So this guy right here, this guy in the this guy in the bottom left, he looks like a guy who's like just casually walking or sitting there, and all of a sudden a really hot chick walks in. Watch how he reacts. He reacts like a really hot chick walks in. Watch him.
Mr. Ponton, I believe you have a filter turned on in the video setting.
He's like, oh, cat. I didn't know we were doing this. I didn't know it was this kind of meeting.
He straightens his tie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like,
Wow.
I smell pussy. It's funny because that like it happened mid-pandemic, and everyone's like trying to figure out Zoom and remote.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People have no idea what they're doing. It's like, and he's there probably because he's fucking talking to a judge who's probably in trouble or like something, right? So
No, he's a lawyer. Well, he's
the fucking lawyer?
Yes, he's the lawyer. So he was like nervous because he was trying. I guess he had to make an impression, or they were having to talk about some case or whatever. So yeah, so damn funny, man. So funny. Okay,
I'm not a cat.
I'm not a cat.
Not a cat. Oh no.
Let's see. Brian Jones says, greetings all. Listening in the past, surprised no one's brought up that in episode 1 of Rings of Power, had Guy Ladriel not been forced to stop for that fallen soldier, she would have walked past that ice castle. I'm sure that somebody has pointed the many flaws of Rings of Power. There's so many that you can barely even keep up.
The show fucking sucks.
It's so fucking bad. Like, it really is. All right.
Fucking embarrassing.
So we're gonna call it there. I'll do a super chat square up over on D-Day Cobra over on Thursday. So my personal channel, I'll go live. I'll talk with all of you. I'll catch up on a lot of these. But we're gonna wrap it up. Again, thank you so much to Salty for joining us. Greatly appreciated. Thank you to Steph for making that happen. Mike, where can they find you, buddy?
Yeah, you can catch me, over on Twitch and on Twitter under _epic_Mike. This Saturday, I'm doing 1,000-minute stream, so it's 16 hours to celebrate getting to 1,000 followers.
Ooh.
I also pulled the
Make
trigger
it
on a
1,000
YouTube channel.
seconds. It's easier.
Yeah, I should have just done 1,000 seconds and called it good. Yeah. The chat was pushing me for 1,000 hours. I told them I'd die. I'm not fucking Jay Hailstorm. But yeah, then I also pulled the trigger on my YouTube channel. So I have 2 videos up there, 2 reviews of fucking Rings of Power. Great time to get into fucking YouTube talking about a show that's one of the worst shows I've ever fucking watched. But yeah, that's what I got going on. So
Thank you. Steph.
Yeah, please follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Also on Twitch, trying to get to 2K by the end of the year. And on YouTube, all at the same name, My Nerdy Home.
My Nerdy Herm. My Nerdy Home.
My Nerdy Herm.
I love when Jay would do that. We missed Jay tonight, but honestly, the stream was much better without him, so we may just keep him off of here. So it's a lot better without him. He's just not good.
Happy.
I'm happy.
He's happy.
Krista Nova.
I was pointing up to Steph, but I realized that on your screen it's totally different. It's totally different. So
Here,
she's over
there we
there.
go.
See you?
There we go.
No, but like all of our
It looks
screens are
different
different
on the stream, yeah.
There we
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Now.
Sorry, so I did that for nothing. There we go. I was trying to point at Steph. I was pointing at nothing. Yeah, you can follow me. I have my ats all the same. Ryan Kinnell. I post a lot of positive videos.
I wish that was my fucking at.
Oh yeah, it's Kinnell Ryan. Sorry. I post a lot of positive videos, and I do a lot of positive streams. So yeah, mainly about yoga and stuff. And
it's a fun time. It's a fun time.
God
oh my
damn.
God. Terrible.
No, but seriously, you can follow me everywhere. Same at Krista Nova. That's with 2 V's.
Oh.
Yeah.
That voice you use sounds very HIV positive.
Wow.
Monkeypox.
Yeah.
Ryan Kinnell.
You guys know where to find me. Ryan Kinnell, RK
Maybe.
Outpost.
Maybe.
If you can get past all the autocompletes of Ryan Kinnell racist, maybe you'll find my channel. But yeah, and Sports Wars, doing stuff on Sports Wars as well.
Yep. Good stuff.
And confirmed, somebody sent me, a fellow Orlando resident who was watching, sent me this, which I think Jeremy will listen to this for a second since it's Ron DeSantis.
My boy.
People in Southwest Florida, this is going to likely make landfall as a Category 4 hurricane. There will be catastrophic flooding and life-threatening storm surge on the Gulf Coast region. And of course, the highest risk will be in that Southwest Florida region from Naples up to Sarasota. There's also potential for flash flooding and river flooding with 10 to 20 inches across central and northeast Florida.
Yeah, so that's
bad. That's bad.
That's a lot.
Cat 4 is not good. It is not good at all. It comes down to storm surge. I don't know what that area particularly is like in terms of is it how low lying that I mean it just depends on where the landfall specifically is, but if that whole area, it's gonna be bad. So Cat 4 is no fucking joke. No fucking joke.
Be safe.
So be safe, everybody.
Yep, be safe.
We'll do our Ryan.
Oh,
we'll do our
my
Ryan
God.
Kinnell RIP stream sometime next week. So
There you go.
Wow.
Oh. Based hurricane.
Oh man. Oh. Damn.
Wow.
Must be Donald Trump's fault. So
That's why I think I'll be okay.
hurricanes during hurricane season must be Donald Trump's fault. All right, everybody. Thank you We appreciate all of you. Another great Tuesday night's main event. And again, pleasure, honor to have Salty on. And we'll be back at it next week. We'll talk Rippaverse. I'm sure Rippa will be back with us. And maybe the quartering will pop back up. We'll see. But we're kicking ass, taking names over here. And we're only able to do that because of all of you. Apologize for the missed super chats. I know that you want those read. It's just that we can't have this show going 4 or 5 hours. We gotta cut it, and that's why a lot of you have been asking me to do content over there on DDA Cobra, so I'm trying to take that as an opportunity to do that and also catch up on those and give you a more in-depth answer on some of the stuff that I can, and I'll pass anything along over to Salty that you wanted to say, so thank you. Appreciate it. Go over to Rackets and see Nikki Rakeda. He's live right now. He needs all the thoughts and prayers for his Twitter account. I'm sure he didn't see that coming, even though he was asking for it. Because that's what Nick does. He just tries to fuck with everybody because he's a damn wild card, and I love it. But go show Rakeda some love. He's
Rip the
fucking mad.
nose.
He's the man. And thank you to our Rumble audience as well. Appreciate all the new subscribers over there. And we'll see you tomorrow for Splatoon on Geeks and Gamers Play. Thursday for Fortnite on Geeks and Gamers Play with our premium members. Friday for an all-new game on Geeks and Gamers Play with our premium website members. So a lot going on. Appreciate it. Have a great night, and we will talk to you later. I'll leave you with the Mario Kart intro. How about that? Bye,
Yes,
everyone.
let's go. Hail Salty Army.
Here we go.
Electron volts. See you, chump. Darn it. Ah, here, watch this. Take that
one. Second place? We have an electric sports car.
We're back. Krista didn't want to tell everyone. She's going live. I don't know why she doesn't promote.
I literally thought about it last minute, but yeah, I am going live on my Twitch channel. I'm gonna be playing a game, not Fortnite, Jeremy, not Fortnite, but maybe I should be playing.
I'm not
Fortnite.
fucking coming over there. Then fuck that. So, what are you playing?
I was thinking about because there's a new update for Phasmophobia, so I want to play that. So I know you have that game. You can join if you want.
The game sucks.
Yeah, it's cringe and dumb.
Oh, the person that got scared, person that was screaming, the person that has literally a clip of you getting scared over Mark the Cyborg joining the Discord call, crying like a little baby. That was you.
Whoa. Yeah, it's cringe and dumb.
He wanted to say cringe and something else. He barely caught himself.
Yeah, but I'm going live on Twitch, so
all right.
If you want to see more of me, I'll be over there.
Bye, everyone. Have a good night. See you later.
Bye.